this going here. All right. You know what? Let me take a break. I don't think I'm full together, Robin. I must apologize.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
What is it when a plane starts to land and then they have to pull up?
Yeah.
False landing.
It's called a false landing. All right, let's take a break, and I'll get myself together, and we'll start the show. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a couple of phone calls next, only because yesterday and all the excitement, I didn't get to take any phone calls, and I'll tell you everything that's going on. And there is a lot going on today because it's Friday, baby. It's the weekend, like the morning Jew.
You got to tell me the whole Woodstock lineup. I got to know when to start tuning in. When does that thing start?
Why don't you? Do you have a lineup?
No.
Oh, neither do I. I mean, actually, do you know what bands and what times and everything?
No.
You know?
I was sitting there thinking to myself, I wouldn't even know when to turn it on.
Yeah, well, that's why you tape the whole thing and then you just edit it up.
But I wouldn't know when to start the tape.
I don't even know. I thought it started. I thought it starts tonight.
No, it's open today. I know that. Is it a 3-day or a 4?
I don't know what. No, it's 2 days.
No, they added a third day, didn't they?
No. I hope not. Maybe it's next weekend. Everyone is like desperate to make this into the Woodstock of the 60s.
Yes.
This is really funny. Now there's a whole new movement. I don't know if you know about this. Like the people who are there already are passing out flyers telling everyone to to tell friends to crash the gate so that it becomes like a free festival.
Yeah. Sure.
Everyone's like desperate to have
I can see it now. They'll be shooting people at Woodstock.
Yeah. Everyone's desperate. It'll be a big shootout. Everyone's desperate to have it be like what it was in the 60s. And I'm not even sure why. I mean, why is this...
Just go there and listen to the music.
Yeah, well, just go there. It's a concert and, bring a lot of money and ask your parents for a lot of money. Go and have some fun.
Spend it and lay in the grass.
Yeah. Get a really good tent so you don't feel any water on you. Anyway, I got to take a break here, and we'll be back right after these words. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Oh, that was a funny show. I guess it's over, huh? Oh,
no, we didn't do that on the air.
Let me tell you about the Canon printer and scanner. I am a fan of Canon equipment. You know, Canon is a big brand.
What do you mean printer and scanner?
Let me clarify.
Okay.
First of all, let me tell you that I'm a big fan of the Canon company. You know, when you think of the name Canon, you think of, wow, that stuff is expensive. Mm-hmm. I think you do because it's such a well-known name.
Right.
But that's how they got well-known. They make durable, fantastic office equipment for home or, at work. I bought a copy machine from them 10 years ago. I've never serviced it once. I mean, this thing just, mostly they break down after a couple of years, you'd think. And it was inexpensive. I mean, it didn't cost a fortune.
Well, you got it 10 years ago.
And it's as good as any modern copy machine. It looks modern. I mean, this is how they make equipment. And now, when I tell you they have a Canon bubble jet, first I'll tell you what a printer is, then I'll tell you what a scanner is. They make
Are they two separate things?
Yes.
I thought the printer scanned or something.
Aren't they, Jackie? A printer and a scanner are two separate things. Yeah, right. The printer sits on your desk. I'm telling you, I have a color Canon printer. Mm-hmm. It's called a Bubble Jet BJC 600.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is 12 inches long, maybe. The Canon Bubble Jet 200E, for example, is a black and white desktop printer, or you can get the color printer that is so good. But a scanner is something where you can actually scan into your computer equipment. You can, if I took a magazine article, you could put
it in there and it would just
go into your computer.
Your computer.
That's right. For more details and rebate coupons, see a participating Canon dealer or call 1-800-848-4123 for more information.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
I have so much stuff to play for you. But I have a lot to talk to you about, too. I just want to go in the proper order. You think I'd be a little more well thought out, but I'm not.
Is there a proper order?
There's no proper order. I just have a lot of things in my head that I wish I could talk simultaneously. I wish we could take one...
Several different tracks.
Yeah, I wish we could take the left channel of the stereo feed and let me talk about something, and then on the right channel talk about something, and then you could pick what you'd want to hear, But since I don't have that, I will...
Well, you said you were going to take phone calls when we got back.
Yes, we're going to, but I have to work myself into a frenzy.
Oh, I thought you'd forgotten.
Because I'll forget to play all this stuff for you. So let me just talk stream of consciousness here and jump in whenever you feel appropriate.
All right.
First of all, would you like to hear a tape of me throwing a tantrum?
Yes.
Okay,
Where were you throwing a tantrum?
All right, here's what happened. Once a week or twice a week after the show. Now, I know this is going to sound childish to most people.
And you didn't do this just because there were microphones around.
No. I don't think I'm that good an actor. That's Scott the engineer. Once or twice a week, I am asked to go into a studio and cut commercials for the various stations that were on around the country.
Right.
I have to cut commercials for Cleveland or for, I don't know, Myrtle Beach, Los Angeles.
Boston.
Yeah, whatever. Let me write that down, Los Angeles. I want to talk to you about that. You brought up a good topic. What is it, Scott?
He wants to verify, I suppose.
I just want to... Robin, this doesn't just happen once. This happens every time he has to cut commercials.
Oh, okay.
How come you don't save all my tantrums?
I don't want to... I'd like to protect you. I don't.
No, save them so we can play them on the air. Then we can string them all together.
Okay.
Yeah, a tantrum reel.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
You've been throwing this away?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I told you to save my tantrums.
Well,
He likes everything of his. He wants to keep it.
Yeah, I even like my... I'm not embarrassed. You know what's sad about me? I'm not embarrassed by anything I do. Unlike Casey Kasem. Where's the Casey Kasem tantrum? All right, yeah, okay. We'll see whose is better.
I didn't want it to get into the wrong hands, and, all of a sudden you have
the wrong hands are his hands. He'll publicize
I mean, all of a sudden you'll have a bootleg CD coming out of Howard's Tantrums.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen unless it comes from you. Okay?
I think he has them all at home, and you should be searching his house.
You're the first guy I drag into court on that.
Where did you get those CDs made?
All right. Scott, goodbye. He's so funny. I can't tell you how funny you are.
He's a comedian.
Where did you get those CDs made?
Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, where'd you get those CDs made? You do that. You make that noise. He doesn't know it. I know, he doesn't know it. Hey, Jackie, where'd you get those CDs made? All right. He's laughing at himself. All right. What?
It's cancer fighting to get out.
Yeah. Did you hear him, Fred? He goes, hey, Jackie, where did you get those CDs, mate?
It's like, breaker.
breaker. You better get out while you're ahead.
While the getting's good. You came in for that. Nobody called you.
Yeah, I didn't look for him.
That.
Anyway, so, I'm asked to record these commercials, and sometimes the commercials, you know me, after I get done with the show, I read so many live commercials during the show, and I know this doesn't sound too aggravating to people, but sometimes, like, toward the end of the show...
You sound like those baseball players whining for more money.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not whining for more money. It's just that sometimes the commercials are written really poorly, and you start reading them, and the words are supposed to be coming out of you, and you don't talk that way, and you get really mad. So
doesn't somebody try to fix the copy?
They do, but, no one's going to be able to fix it the way I want it. And it's so hard to get them to fix it. Sometimes I get like a piece of copy that says, Harry's has great food. Please ad lib. And then I see that and I go, yeah, please ad lib. It makes me nuts. Or they write out something like, hey, you dopes, you better get on over to Harry's because you are a stupid moron if you don't go there. And they have lots of beautiful bitches, stuff like that. You just sound like a real jerk. So I was reading one of those commercials where I wasn't sounding my best. Here it is. I haven't even heard this.
You don't know what it sounds like.
I took the commercial, I started smacking it into the floor, like Hitler when he used that chew the carpet. If not, just pretend you like the sports and check out all the bartenders so that you'll... Oh, boy, this is some commercial. This is just what I want to be doing. I got to write these goddamn mother commercials, too. I hate you. Piece of bags. This commercial's a joke. About go in and look at the beautiful bartenders, and if you don't like the sports, mother. God damn it. Piece of bastards. It went on longer, but...
Stop it. That was put on.
Yeah, some put on. I was out of my mind. You got to put so many friggin' bleeps in that you can't even...
But that's funny.
Yeah, well. I'm so sick of the fact that you can't curse on the radio. It's so stupid. It's part of our language. We all curse.
Everybody curses off the radio.
Yeah, I know.
Why does the radio have to be clean?
And 5-year-olds know what those words are. I just hate it. I hate this whole thing. It's all so phony. Let's curse.
Well, you don't really use curse words.
Yeah, nobody does. It's a perfect world. I want you to hear that without the bleeps.
Oh. Well, then take me into another room.
Yeah.
Couldn't you have a tantrum without using that language? What's wrong with your vocabulary?
Yeah, you shouldn't have a tantrum. Speak dirty. Here's another. This is a different one. This must be an old one. Let me hear what this is. This is another tantrum. Then I'll play you Casey Kasem's tantrum.
Hall of Fame.
When it comes to buying a new vehicle, it is important that you consider service, even just a simple routine oil change. Is your dealership the best it can be? What the? This is the worst intro to a commercial I might have ever read. I mean, it's just, you could say this 100 different ways, all of them better. This important fact should give you a feeling of comfort if you have already purchased from Doyle, and if you haven't, this is just abominable. This is just awful. This important fact should give you a feeling of comfort if you have already purchased from Doyle. Who talks like this if you have already purchased? If you bought a car, goddammit. A piece of holy cow, do they write like Chinamen? If you have already purchased.
Why now the Chinaman?
Oh, man. You know what it is, man? 5 hours on the air talking and then this on top of it. How many more you got there? Ooh, it's just bloody murder. Poor Kathy stands there and just doesn't know what to say.
She must really look forward to those sessions.
Oh, yeah.
I think she enjoys it.
I don't know. She has a weird way with me, though. She just stands there.
She doesn't even react.
No, she knows I'm an idiot.
He'll do that, and she'll hand him another piece of copy.
Yeah, she just keeps going.
What are you going to do? I'm going to do live spots, and Howard's going to curse.
Yeah. In my defense, though, that was taped during my period.
He's just on it every day.
Now I can relate to Casey Kasem.
Mm-hmm. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Whether we have kids or pets or neither.
What the hell are you talking about?
He doesn't know.
Whether you have anything or nothing.
You figure Casey's just this puppet head who reads the stupid thing and goes home and collects a paycheck?
Kids or pets or neither.
Oh, and here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please.
Uh-oh.
See, when you come out of those up-tempo damn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. They do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but damn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a damn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a damn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week.
Pictures?
The last damn time.
What does Casey need to see pictures?
Pictures of what?
I want somebody to use a fucking brain to not come out of a damn record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying. Hi, this is Casey Kasem. American Top 40 has moved to a new time. I hope you'll join me this Saturday morning and every Saturday morning at 2. What is this fucking ponderous, man? Ponderous. Fucking ponderous.
Two?
What's wrong with two?
Two. I love that.
I never actually thought about what he's saying.
I know.
Why did he
When it comes to buying a new vehicle, it is important that you consider service. Even just a simple routine oil change. I'm already lost. Is your dealership the best it can be? What the Now, this is the worst intro to a commercial I might have ever read.
Pretty close.
I mean, it's just... You could say this 100 different ways, all of them better.
100 different ways.
This important fact should give you a feeling of comfort if you have already purchased from Doyle, and if you haven't... Oh, this is just abominable. This is just awful. This important fact should give you a feeling of comfort if you have already purchased from Doyle. Who talks like this if you have already purchased? If you bought a car, goddammit. Hey, a piece of... Holy cow, do they write like Chinamen? If you have already purchased... I sound like a retard when I read these. Oh, man.
Where are the pictures?
You know what it is, man? 5 hours on the air talking and then on top of it. How many more you got there? Ooh, it's just bloody murder. It is the worst. It is the worst part of my day when Kathy says, "Today we read commercials." Oh, it's so bad, and you don't know what the hell goes on in there, and you one after another. You just like.
It's 7 or 8 pieces of copy. That's all.
Yeah, why don't you start doing it? Give me a break. It's about time. You know, I've done it for 20 years. Now you can do it for the next 20. If not, just pretend you like the sports and check out all the bartenders so that you'll... Oh, boy, this is some commercial. This is just what I want to be doing. Anybody... I got to write these goddamn mother commercials, too. I hate these commercials. Piece of bags. This commercial's a joke.
Which one?
About go in, look at the beautiful bartenders, and if you don't like the sports, mother. God damn it. Piece of bastards.
That's such a great scene in there, too.
Yeah.
Because Kathy's a wooden Indian, and Scott keeps his head down because he knows better than to give you eye contact and go off on him.
If he just looks at me, I start yelling.
Nobody can do anything right in that room.
I know. Well, it's just, you know what it's like? It's like somebody irritating you.
Twisting the knife.
Yeah, like you're in a really hot room and even your eyes burn from the heat.
And the smoke.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Yeah, and plus on top of it, Scott has been smoking in that room for a full day, and it reeks. I mean, it smells so bad that, like, if you took a breath, you just want to collapse. You know, that's part of it, too. It stinks.
That is a room you can't stay in long. I think, Scott, there's a method to his madness. You don't want to go in there and work.
You work fast.
I'll get you out of here by hook or by crook.
What is it?
Actually, the greatest moment of my life was the day you hired Kathy, because I used to do this with you, and I can't. Like, Kathy is really good. She just stands there and doesn't say anything.
Right.
So at first, I used to try to say, "Oh, it's not that bad. We get by." And then you'd go crazy.
Yeah, I hate. I hate.
So then,
I'm so glad Kathy's there. I hate you.
So then after
because he'll turn to me and go, "Bulls, it's really not that bad." And it's like, what? Whoa, I'm stupid.
Right. So then
I'm getting mad at him just reminding me of that.
I wised up.
Yeah.
So then I wised up, and he would scream about how bad they were. Then I'd agree with him, and he'd yell at me even more.
Right.
See, if you just don't say anything, it's the only way to go.
I said, don't agree with me. You're agreeing with me because you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Right,
I'll never forget.
You would have changed it if you knew that.
I'll never forget. I said to him one day, he goes, "Boy, these commercials suck." And I said, "I know how you feel." And he goes, "Shut the F up. You don't know. Get out of here."
You make me nuts.
I agreed with him. How much more can you do?
No, you do it in an annoying way. You do it like a guy who's not sincere.
Yes. You're patronizing him.
And then Scott, like Scott, if he looks up and starts staring at you, you want to kill yourself. Or if he says anything, because it's never appropriate and it's not funny. You just want to get out of there. You don't want to be hanging around with Scott, and you don't want to be in his stupid smoky room,
You know, his bad jokes are...
He's got to have cancer any day now. I mean, seriously.
If he doesn't get cancer, cigarettes don't cause cancer.
Yeah, because we're doing our own... We have our own lab right here. And I am telling you, he's got to get it any day.
The fact that he's still alive should be an ad for cigarettes.
Yeah. I'm thinking of going back to smoking.
He is the Marlboro man.
He is.
You know who wants to come back on the show? Who wants to be part of our E-show?
Who?
That guy that tests Scott's lungs every once in a while.
Yeah, that'd be great for TV. People will love that.
Because Scott always, nobody has actually seen Scott turning red and blue and green as he tries to do the test.
Yeah, we might do that again.
His lungs can't be better, right?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll do that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, his lungs were like 100.
They were 110 years old last time. They went from 85 to 110. What can it be now?
Hey, tell me the E-show doesn't rule. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's been real good this week. The problem is it's not long enough.
Oh, now you want it longer?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not looking for it longer, please. But I'm just saying, like Latoya Jackson could have gone 7 hours. Hey, speaking of Latoya Jackson, it was really weird. We do this show, and we extracted a
piece of information.
Yeah, we extracted a piece of information from Latoya that Jack still beats her, This is what Latoya claims, and Jack denied it, and it was a whole big thing. So Latoya's in the middle of promoting her Playboy video. So she goes on live at 5. And I even taped it, but I don't have the tape. God knows where it went. I don't know where it went. I looked for it all yesterday. It was my fault. I don't know where I put it. But anyway, Latoya Jackson goes on live at 5. And, even Dan calls me and goes, well, you did my pre-interview for me. So Sue Simmons starts saying to him, she doesn't say on the Howard Stern show you mentioned today. They never credit us. She just goes, is it true that you and Jack are having some problems and that you are beating several times? And Latoya goes, oh, please, we went through this on the Howard Stern show. The only way I get any credit is from Latoya.
Gives you credit.
So yesterday she goes on Geraldo. Geraldo does a whole show he just does my show. He drags out Jack.
Believe me, when I saw the Geraldo show, I said, Jack is a brilliant man.
Yeah.
Because he knows to do this show first.
Right.
And it shows everybody what to do.
Yeah.
And then he can just go do all these other shows.
Yeah. So Latoya and Jack are on. But the only thing that pisses me off about Geraldo, he doesn't credit me. What is it?
Do you know who produced that show?
Yeah, Kevin McMahon. Of course. Kevin's my old TV producer. He listens to this show, and he tells Geraldo what to ask. So it was like verbatim everything that they got off the show. At least when you read it in the newspaper, Geraldo would give credit to the newspaper.
Yeah. But he sits there and he knows when she tries to be evasive, he knows exactly what he wants her to say, so he keeps hammering until he gets her to say it.
Yeah. Because he heard it on this show.
That's right.
Sue was actually even weirder about it. She said,
how come you go on the radio and tell people
on
things?
the radio this morning, I heard, instead of saying on the Howard Stern show, I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, like the radio just spouts.
And then she got all bummed out. She goes, now, Latoya, you're going to talk to Howard Stern and you're not going to tell your good friend Sue these things?
Yeah, but you got to interview someone. You just could you repeat everything you said on the Howard Stern show?
Exactly.
That's what Sue wanted.
Play this interview that we did in the morning and let Latoya sit there and listen to it with him.
Yeah.
But Latoya said, she goes, Howard's different. Howard's very good at getting things out of you.
Yeah, I mean, we have a discussion with her.
Process.
Yeah, you don't just wham, bam, thank you, man. What they do is they go in and rape her.
And Geraldo was absolute rape.
Yeah.
Absolute rape.
Right.
We have called your mother on the phone.
Yeah, forget it. I just wanted to make a point that a lot of stuff that you see on TV comes from this show, but they won't give us any credit for it because it makes them sick that they're not good journalists. They're not interested in people. Anyway, I got to take a break, and that's enough of us tooting our own horn.
Well, we have to. Nobody else
credits us with anything.
But they all did it. I mean, if she does another interview, it'll just be a rehash of what they learned about her here.
Well, Latoya said that when she was here. She says, oh, Howard, you pulled so much out of me. What's going to happen when I go on these other shows? They're all going to just harp on all this. I said, oh, yeah. I said, because none of them know. Because Geraldo would have had her on. And
even with the information, they can't get her to say the stuff.
Right.
It's hysterical how bad they are.
Yeah. Hey, anyway, I got to take a break, Robin, and then when we come back, I have a lot of things to tell you. We'll take some phone calls and all that stuff. I just wanted you to hear my tantrum right after these words. So, I'm pretty disappointed today.
Why?
Well, today was the day. Probably no one else will care, but today was the day we were supposed to have Porno for Pyros, Perry Farrell, in today.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were going to come in.
I'm not disappointed.
And that's like my favorite CD, even still.
Yeah.
And I love that guy's voice, Perry Farrell. So he was going to come in and sing those 2 great songs, We Make Good Pets and Me Go to Me High.
Yeah, Me Go to Me High.
Me High. And in fact, I have to... I don't know. Anyway, he was due to come in today.
And what happened?
And the record company was real psyched that they were coming in, and the whole band was coming in. They were going to perform and do a whole thing. And I got to admit, sometimes I go home, and I never really get too excited that someone's coming in. But like this morning driving in, I was going, that's going to be great because that guy's so... I mean, I don't even care if anyone else likes it. I'm going to dig it. So, and basically I'm here to entertain myself. Just so happens a lot of other people get amused.
Well, you're entertaining yourself.
Yeah. So they canceled because... the record company always has the same story when they cancel. There's always like, well, we can't find Perry. He's performing at Woodstock this weekend.
And they can't find him?
We can't find him. And we don't know where he is. And it's like we're trying to get in touch with him. We think he's still in Hawaii, but...
he missed his plane.
And
he's probably on the one coming in this afternoon. Probably.
Yeah.
Nobody got in touch with him and told him he needed to be here.
Well, he knew he was supposed to be here. The whole band's here.
Yeah.
Just not
well, evidently he's a screwball, which everyone knows. In fact, they were like warning me before I interviewed him, like, don't always talk about the heroin thing, okay?
Which we didn't even know about.
Stop.
Kidding.
Who
No,
didn't know?
I didn't.
I knew.
I don't know anything about the guy.
I knew big time, yeah.
The only thing I knew about him was that Gary told me that he says a couple of weeks ago he let some guy commit some fellatio on him just to see what it was like.
Right, he's real open.
Yeah.
Just about anything.
Yeah, I guess so. That would prove he's open.
He'll get a lot more open than that.
Yeah.
But, in Spin Magazine, there is a picture of him and his girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the guy's...
gay.
See, I always thought he was gay.
Oh.
I always did. He always looked kind of gay to me,
No, he's not gay, but he's very sympathetic.
Yeah, I'd say so. Hey, Jackie, I want to be sympathetic, too. Do me a favor, pull down your pants. I'm just a little disappointed, that's all. I mean, we have plenty to do, don't get me wrong, and...
Oh, yeah, this show doesn't... One monkey doesn't stop this show.
Yeah.
You don't think he was going to...
But it just kind of pisses me off when it sort of takes him down a notch in my book.
Well, he's the genuine article.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
The genuine article. He's out of control.
See, they have offered to come...
Well, what is the heroin thing? I mean...
He was heavily addicted. I mean, in and out of rehab,
Oh, really?
Just a bad news heroin addict.
It's behind him now, they say.
Yeah, good.
But that's supposedly what broke up. Jane's Addiction was all about. That was why the band was called Jane's Addiction.
Yeah, because isn't Jane heroin?
Whatever, I don't know. But they were all addicts.
See, I thought he was Jane.
And you were addicted to him?
Yeah.
No, he was addicted.
No, he was addicted.
See, now
Jane's Addiction.
They offered to come in on Monday.
Yeah.
But we have, probably one of the greatest mystery guests we're ever going to have on the show, so there was no way to work it in, and they're gone by Tuesday.
Yeah, too bad.
Missed that window of opportunity.
Yeah, that's too bad. I would have really liked to meet him before he...
He sort of looks like Frank Zappa.
Nah, don't say that.
He does.
Say something I can agree with.
No, I know what Howard's saying. There is a bit of like an effeminate look about him.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was also hoping that, in light of what he had just done, maybe I could get some oral gratification.
By a star.
Yeah, by a big star. I could use that.
He said he found it very disappointing. He thought that because guys know that guys would know how to do it good, and he was very disappointed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think that, too. I would think guys would know how to do it.
Yeah, but haven't you ever thought of the thing that you like a woman doing it, and a guy could never be a woman?
Right. I like when a woman unzips your fly and goes for it.
So as much as he might know, he can't be a woman.
Yeah. That's right. Got a good point there, Robin.
Well,
you would think,
agree with.
You would just think the physical. Most girls do it so bad.
Is that right?
Oh, I hate it. I'm not a big fan of oral sex because they do it so bad with those teeth. She
on the wrong doors, pal.
The bad thing about it is there are women who do it because they feel it's necessary.
Yeah, Allison does it because she thinks it's necessary.
But I'm never talking about like a wife thing. Even like when I was dating, they feel like it's necessary because it's something that has to be done to keep a boyfriend. But if your heart's not in it, don't bother.
Yeah, don't
why
bother.
do it? You shouldn't do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah. And just,
you won't do it well.
Right. I know my wife don't particularly like it. She does it begrudgingly.
You don't particularly like it either. So.
Sometimes she's like, yeah, I don't like doing it to her. So, she's like doing it, and it's like you can almost see her staring at her watch or looking over at the clock.
Is this enough?
Yeah, like, is he done yet?
Enough.
Yeah, like, now I've done this. Can't we go on to the next part?
Yeah.
And sometimes I make her keep doing it until I'm done, just to teach her a lesson. I'm not sure what the lesson is, but she seems to have been taught.
Don't do this ever again.
Yeah. Jeez. You finish what you start.
It sounds like you two have so much fun in bed.
Yeah, it's always a treat. It's always wild, after 20 years.
With party hats.
Yeah. Yeah. How many years you married, Gary?
2.
All right. You got 18 more to go until you know what I'm talking about.
He knows already.
18.
He knows it already. He learns quick.
He'll find out shortly.
Yeah. No, he's still jumping through hoops for his wife.
Yeah, but babies make a big change.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I will tell you one thing that you said that I think is going to be true that I never imagined before. You said to me that once you're in there watching your wife have a baby, and you see all the stuff that happens, that you never look at it the same.
Oh, yeah.
I think now that I'm getting closer, I sort of see what you mean.
Oral sex will be a thing of the past.
Now, let me ask you something.
Trust me.
Did they make you look at films before?
Yes, we start our Lamaze classes in September.
I didn't have to see no film. I saw the real thing, and I'm going to tell you something.
It was a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Well, remember when we used to play Club Benet, and you had that thing that you would pull all the stuff out of?
Right. I used to do a routine live on stage where I had a big plastic woman's private parts on stage, and I would pull stuff out of it.
It was literally a box.
And everyone, all the single guys would look at me and go, this is not funny.
It's funny.
And the
now.
married guys would laugh.
Now it's funny.
Now it's funny. Because they've seen it. Oral sex becomes a horror movie.
You just don't believe a human body can do what it's doing.
Yeah.
It looks like the alien.
Yeah. You're going to see, those 19-year-olds.
Well, see, I'm already weirded out because I can feel the baby kicking a lot. So I already know something alive.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It's already sort of it's cool, but it's strange.
Yeah, it is strange. That's the worst thing in the world, when you first start seeing the baby kicking inside there.
The worst?
Oh, yes. It's exciting that it's your kid, but your wife is no longer
a woman.
A woman.
She's a mother.
Yeah, she's joined your mom. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm pretty sure my mom was no good at all those other things we talked about.
Yeah. Most women don't know what they're doing with that. Hey, listen, evidently, according to Perry Farrell, most guys don't either. So, anyway, he's not coming in today. I'm a little disappointed.
Oh,
but
that's too bad.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it, but what can I do? It would have been cool to meet the guy because I dig him so much. And I would tell him, hey, man, don't do heroin, man. You get such a great instrument. I could understand doing heroin if you didn't have anything going on.
He already knows that, I think.
Yeah, but it would be funny to hear me give him a lecture.
He just got, he's one of those guys. See, you have to be one of those guys. There's something like Jackie with alcohol.
Yeah.
How you could never, ever have the feeling Jackie has when he drinks.
Right.
You could never, ever get that feeling from heroin that he got.
I guess so. Well, too bad. I'm really going to be disappointed, but I'll get over it.
You'll go on.
Yeah, let me take a break here. I'm going to get to phone calls next, and
we're going to go over the stuff on our list?
Yeah, let's go through all that. We got tons of stuff to get to that's just been piling up for months, and we're going to get to everything today. So don't go away. We'll be back right after these. Okay, where were we? I'll get to the phones in just a second. Hey, you know what's kind of funny? Hey, where's Robin? We were talking about this. This Michael Jackson thing with him now running around with Lisa Marie Presley. It's pretty funny. So while they're over, I don't know where he was. He's filming some video. Where was he?
Hungary.
Hungry? Where's Robin? Oh, there she is. Where were you?
I was in there.
What?
I was not in there. I was in my little room.
So I'm talking about the Michael Jackson thing?
Yeah.
So Lisa Marie and Michael Jackson are, being photographed everywhere, and then they go over to Hungary. And now they've got this other movie. So now when Michael Jackson holds little kids, he stands next to Lisa Marie Presley.
Right, she's in the picture, too.
So that everything looks kosher.
It's not just Michael and a bunch of little boys.
But the latest development is they're almost every picture I see now, and again, Robin just handed me one from today's paper, and I saw it on the news last night. They stand around with this, 60-year-old midget, the world's littlest man, Mishu.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson holds his hand. And I think...
And he's got an outfit on.
Yeah, he's got a circus outfit on like Michael Jackson's. And Mishu is that little tiny, he's a tiny looking midget. Yeah. He's a funny looking midget.
Yeah, he comes up to Michael's knee or something.
So I'm thinking, like, maybe Michael Jackson is hanging around with, like, of age men, but they're midgets, so they look like little kids.
Men that he can carry.
Yeah. So at least you're kind of like with a little kid.
I don't know. It just looks awfully bizarre to me that, like, now he's got this little midget.
Yeah, and he's got the little midget in every shot. I mean, the midget really travels with him.
Who hangs out with midgets?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so you're all right. In one opportunity, like maybe you visit the midget.
You run into a midget.
Yeah, or like the midget's there because but now the midget is dressed up in his carnival outfit.
Yeah, he's always in an outfit.
Yeah.
And he's always with Michael.
Poor midget always has to wear like a weird show business outfit.
Yeah.
Big blue suit with funny top hat.
Top hat.
Yeah.
Everything is striped, with gold and something.
Yeah. He's got to dress like a monkey.
Like a party favor. Like a piñata.
And Lisa Marie's like holding his hand, holding Michael Jackson while Michael Jackson holds the midget's hand.
And why is she always sort of dressed, like all the time they were in Hungary, she had on these backless gowns.
Yeah.
Everywhere they went.
Well. Yeah, what's the point? Yeah, she's dressed almost like a Long Island housewife. You got to, like here, she's like wearing a pantsuit and... It's like real weird. She looks kind of normal, and then, she's part of this whole midget, and... Yeah,
and she's not looking at it strangely,
No.
She's got a straight face like this is okay.
Yeah, hey, Michael's got a midget with us.
She's helping him pull it off.
Yeah, we're with a midget. And the midget's got a big, giant top hat with a big number 7 on it. I wonder what that means.
I don't know what the 7 is all about. Like, Michael's supposed to think he's 7 years old?
I don't know. And the midget his pants are pulled up to his nipples. Did you see that?
Well, he doesn't have a waist now.
Look at the midget. Yeah, come here. You want to have a good laugh? Yeah, listen to Jackie laugh.
Midgets don't have waists?
Oh, look at the midget. Look at that. Look at just study his outfit. The big number 7.
I mean, there's a lot going on in that picture alone.
Yeah, and big
take one picture, you get a half-hour conversation out of it.
Yeah, and it's like the midget's everywhere now.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
And in that picture, the midget isn't holding hands with Michael Jackson, but usually he is. The midget is leading him to Oz.
And he makes announcements, like if they get out of a car, the midget is always the first to get out.
Yeah, and the midget doesn't speak English.
No, and then he goes, Michael Jackson!
Yeah, he's like, Michael Jackson!
The Munchkins would goof on that.
Yeah, I know, he's real funny. He's like 100 years old, but he looks like he's 12. What a drag.
With the sunglasses, you can't tell if Michael's looking at his butt.
Yeah, I think Michael's looking at the midget's butt, but he's got that big, thick sunglasses on. With those big aviator frames. And look at that with the gloves. He's got
Michael Jackson. Her hand with a glove?
Yeah, Michael Jackson hasn't really changed his look too much. Like it's always like one of these weird striped military shirts.
Right.
I don't know, man. And it's that big hat. What's with the hat? I wonder what the significance of the hat is.
Is he bald or what?
I don't know. Well, I've hung with him, and he always wears the hat. Huh. What can I tell you?
You've hung with him?
Yeah, and he wears that hat everywhere.
It, Howard.
Okay. I spoke to David Letterman last night on the phone.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was weird. But I don't know if
How did that happen?
He called me.
Was it one of those things where some calls were made and then you two wound up on the phone?
Yeah.
Because there's no such thing as he called me.
It took us 2 days to get in touch. He tried calling me, and I don't know. But you know what?
Was it a personal conversation or just
I think so.
business?
No, personal, sort of, I guess. I don't know what it was.
Oh, boy.
It was weird.
Well, what happened to the request that he do the show?
We're still waiting to hear. That wasn't what we were talking about on the phone.
He didn't address that at all.
Yeah, the two artists don't talk about that.
Oh, of course not. I know that. I'm just saying that there was the letter dispatched?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Takes a couple of days because, they have to show it to Dave, so I'll call back today, see if Mr. Letterman has seen it.
Well, we have the worst mail delivery system.
No, I faxed it. Now you fax everything. You don't mail anything anymore at all.
Yeah.
So it must have been shown to Dave.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if they show it to him daily or weekly. Because they wait a week for requests.
Yeah. So it's a very busy schedule.
You can't just hit Dave every day with different requests. He gets so many.
Who knows? Yeah, well, Gary's been going after... Actually, we've been getting really good guests lately because, we have the E! Show now, too. So all the celebrities see that they can be on television, too. Mm-hmm. Gary's called a whole bunch of people. Who were you? You were telling me a funny story.
Well, I was going after Bruce Willis. Yeah. I thought, hey, all the big movie stars have been here.
Plus, Demi Moore once called in.
Right.
Yeah, she's done the show.
So I called the movie company. He's got a bunch of movies coming out, but one coming out next week, and he's doing publicity. So I called them, and they didn't even want to, hear about it. They just said he's all booked up. And I said, publicists
Isn't his career sort of not happening?
Actually, he's got like 4 or 5 movies coming out.
Happening.
And one of the movies that's coming out is won the big award at the Cannes Film Festival, so they think that...
Yeah, but you know what that's called when you put 4 or 5 movies out all in a row? It's like, hey, I hope one of them hits.
Right.
Like if I put 50 hooks in the water, maybe I'll get a fish.
If you throw all your darts at once, one of them got to hit the target.
Yeah. That's right, Robin.
No, I was just saying, sometimes publicists can be a little narrow-minded in the sense that once they set up the schedule, they don't want to change it.
Yeah.
So the people at the movie company said his schedule's all set.
Oh, believe me, if it was something they wanted him to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, first of all, Bruce Willis probably never hears that we want him to do the show. Right. Publicists are such creeps. They don't ever tell the client, hey. And you know what it is? And they've said no for so long, it's almost a knee-jerk reaction. They're afraid to approach Bruce Willis and say, hey, Bruce, do you think this would be good? Because Bruce knows the show.
So I told him, hey, we've had Arnold Schwarzenegger on, we had Jim Carrey, we had Alec Baldwin, and I was explaining how the E-Show is such a great vehicle for, if you have a movie, because we show movie clips while the guest is on. It's like a half-hour commercial for the movie. So they sort of turned us down, and then I called Bruce's personal publicist, who was much nicer.
Yeah, and she turned you down nicer.
Yes, but she told me that for the next movie, that...
no, screw him. You know what? Do me a favor. Never. He's banned from the show.
Oh, come on.
No, banned from the show. Bruce Willis is banned from the show.
You didn't tell me you were going to do this.
Yeah, I'm going to do this.
And then make him a mystery guest.
Right.
Just make it more difficult.
No, I just hate that you have to, certain people in publicists have to kiss their ass. It's like, would they get it together? Don't you know what's happening?
But you know what? You have to understand something, which I know you do.
You go on a million of these shows and they don't sell a ticket.
It's not about Bruce Willis. It's not about convincing Bruce.
Yes,
It's about convincing his people.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm sick of people. I hold artists responsible.
Does your agent tell you every single request you get? I'm just curious.
No, but let me tell you something. All of the major ones he does, and then I say no myself. And so that's what Bruce Willis is doing too.
You think he's saying no?
I don't know.
Well, I know this particular request has never reached him. This one right now. I'm sure it hasn't, because the movie company didn't even take the message.
I hope his wife divorces him, and I hope by the next movie he's bald as a cue ball.
Well, I think you're going to get your wish.
Doesn't he do full frontal nudity in his new picture?
Yeah.
How big's his weenie?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, a lot of guys make that mistake. I think they get to Hollywood and suddenly they think they have big weenies. And you know what?
They have women telling them, "Oh, you're dangerous."
Yeah.
Didn't
Richard Gere pulled his pants down in a movie, and I got to tell you something. A lot of women fans went away.
Me? Well, I was one of them.
Yeah.
I went away for a while. Now he stopped showing it. I'm back.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm any bigger than him. In fact, I'm smaller than him.
It was I can't tell you how disappointing it was.
Yeah, I looked at him and went, "Whoa, I wish I had that much." But I'm smaller than him, Robin.
I can't tell you how Howard, I waited and waited. I'm going to get to see. I'm And then I saw, and I wanted to get up and walk out right then.
Yeah. Well, something's wrong with him.
There was no reason for that.
He's like, hey, man, what's the big deal? It's just a penis.
It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. You got to take a look in the mirror and say, hey, I've got some fans out there who are ladies.
Yeah. You notice that Meryl Streep isn't ripping off her clothes. She knows.
Yeah, and it certainly didn't bring any people into the theater. What was the name of the movie?
Breathless. And that's
no one
the last
saw it.
thing it left you.
Yeah. Actually, you wouldn't have been breathless. Probably you would still be able to breathe with it.
A lot.
Yeah.
Howard, you know what you need to see? Have you seen The Piano yet?
You know what? I saw girls, when that Richard Gere movie came out, I saw girls go up and look behind the screen to see if there was more penis.
Yes, we know this is acting.
Writhing around.
Have you seen the movie The Piano?
No. It just sounds boring.
He can't sit through that.
No.
Harvey Keitel, full frontal nudity, belly hanging over, tiny little pee-pee.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I think he was going for comedy there.
Did you say pee-pee?
Yeah. We have to think of all this.
I know. You got to talk like a 2-year-old.
I started to say the other word, and I veered away.
Who even knows anymore?
Now that you're saying that, Harvey Keitel does look like a child.
Yeah. With a big belly and a little pee-pee.
You know, little baby boys have big bellies and little pee-pees.
Pee-pee. Pee-pee's okay. The FCC can deal with pee-pee. Pee-pee.
That's the second movie in a row that he did that.
Childish, ridiculous job I have. 17 months, I'm out of here. Pee-pee.
You're going where you can say the word.
Yeah. I'm gonna find a job where I can say penis. All right? How's that? Jesus. I know, you don't know what to say. Winky, wanky, willy. You don't know what to say. Like Jackie calls it a willy. I'm like, ugh.
He does?
Well, yeah, everyone's trying to find words that are acceptable. Willie. Everyone's trying. Free Willie. Do I have to take a break or can I take a phone call?
Take a phone call.
Freddie's feeling generous today.
Yeah, take a phone call. You'll be sorry you said that. Hi, you're on the air.
Howard?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to know how you feel about Shannon Doherty not coming back to 90210.
I think it's a major mistake.
You don't think she can be replaced?
No, I think that Beverly Hills 90210 is a very... You got to understand the guys who watch it, the kids who watch it.
Like you.
Yeah, well, I have that... God gave me an unusual gift, if you want to call it that. When I watch television, I watch from the level of a 12-year-old.
That's why he's so entertained.
Yeah, I mean, I love television. I'm one of the few people willing to admit it. I think it's fantastic. I can't believe how entertaining television is. Now...
I mean, he's entertained by Baywatch and all that stuff.
Yeah, Baywatch is a good show. But it hasn't been good this season because they're all trying to act now.
Completely ruin it.
Yeah.
Because I can see, I was reading that, skimming that TV Guide article, and David Hasselhoff is taking himself pretty seriously.
Yeah, well, that's what's ruining it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he now thinks... Baywatch became successful because a lot of girls were in bikinis. It was a beach party, and they were really good-looking girls. And they can sort of act, you know what I mean? Like, they're not great actresses, but they act good enough.
But they know not to look at the camera and things like that.
And now, like, David Hasselhoff's getting a wife, and there's going to be a lot of serious scenes between him and his son. It's like,
much more acting.
Yeah, please. The last 2 episodes have been so bad that I'm almost going to give up watching it. On the last episode, David Hasselhoff's ex-wife comes in, and they're counseling their son, and they get trapped underwater. And I mean, it's like, who cares? Show me some skin.
We're the girls.
Yeah. Show me that Nicole Eggert rolling around on a chaise lounge. That's what I'm watching for. And the great thing about Beverly Hills 90210, and they've been getting away from this, is various girls falling in love with guys.
Does it bother you that it's the same girls?
Yeah, except for Shannon Doherty. But her problem, if she wears sexy outfits and little belly shirts, if they show her belly and she falls in love with guys, I'm into it. And that's a big attraction for me. So... For some reason, she does it for me.
And nobody else could fit that bill?
I mean, the blonde on the show's okay, but she's not great. And
but they're bringing in somebody else, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's got to be right. It's very hard to explain. It's got to be the right girl where you feel kind of dirty that you're seeing her.
Don't you trust Aaron Spelling?
Well, I guess.
He knows that formula.
I don't know, but
he was the one who brought what's her name to Melrose Place.
Yeah.
Heather
I know, yeah, but he also brought Linda Gray. That was a big mistake.
Well.
All right. Thank you. I am against the firing of Shannon Doherty.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you think the show is over?
I don't know. I'll tell you when I see it next season.
All right.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad we got to that call.
The 90210 call.
Fred was right. We should go to the phones. All right, I have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go through every piece of garbage we have here in the studio so that on Monday we have a clear plate. You understand? We have so much stuff we've been sitting on that we'll get to
If you don't get to it today, you're throwing it away?
No.
Then it'll be here Monday.
We're going to get to it today. Right after these words. Want to hear a review on our TV show?
Sure.
Okay. People ask me all the time what's going on with the E! Television show. A lot of people don't even know we have a television show because they can't get it.
I know. The question I get is, what has been the impact?
Yeah. Well, anyway, here's a review out of San Francisco from Ben Fong Torres. You know that name?
Ben Fong Torres?
Ben Fong Torres used to be a writer for Rolling Stone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. After too many sitcoms about radio from the 1967's Good Morning World, remember that one? With Ronnie Shell as half of a morning team with Goldie Hawn in the cast?
Yes.
And 1979's Hello, Larry, starring McLean Stevenson as a talk show host. To WKRP... To the current shrink wrap artist Frasier, we have the real thing. And, of course, it's Howard Stern. Stern, who made several runs at television and ranged from failed syndicated shows. Sorry, Ben, but it wasn't failed. I quit.
If something ends, doesn't mean it was a failure.
Yeah, it used to beat Saturday Night Live every night. Every time we went on. Well, how could it be? I hate when they say that I failed. I just got bored with it. It wasn't even that I was bored with it. It was just that there was not enough money in it.
It was impossible to do. there was no good incentive to keep doing it.
Like, our new show has no money in it, but at least we don't have to do anything.
Yeah, we're not working hard at it.
Yeah. That's what I like. All right. Stern, who made several runs at television and ranged from failed syndicated shows to his record-setting New Year's Eve pay-per-view extravaganza this year, had talked about capturing the late-night market by simply airing a TV version of his morning radio show. Now he's done just that, just about. All right, then he goes on to say, last week, the entertainment... This is old, I haven't read it. You know,
right.
Okay. Started airing a twice-daily half-hour edit of Stern's satellite syndicated radio show. The proceedings are captured by 6 robotic cameras, trimmed and broadcast at 8 and 11 p.m. And it works. In fact, it works so well that before the first week was up, Stern and his gang, news sidekick conscience Robin Quivers, producer/punching bag Gary Baba Booey Delabate, writers Jackie Jokeman Marley and Fred Norris were clearly playing to the cameras almost at the expense of their loyal radio listeners.
Aw.
Yeah, well, you know we got carried away the first week. But the thing
I never played to the cameras. I saw all of you doing it.
I thought you were a camera hog. But the thing is, Stern, with his penchant for sexual references and his take-no-prisoner style of confrontational interviewing, has always been visual. That's what I've always said. As he's coerced countless women to disrobe in the studio and attracting numerous guests the audience would love to be able to see, whether they're Jessica Hahn or Joey Buttafuoco. Now viewers get to see what Stern's inner sanctum at WXRK in Manhattan looks like, albeit jazzed up by blue and reddish lighting. Like most radio control rooms, it's cramped, with Stern facing his staff and with Quivers set in a separate news booth. Stern and Quivers get the most camera time, because, hey, tough. Stern and Quivers get the most camera time, but the E-Show sends its cameras into the hallways and beyond to catch gophers shopping for foodstuffs to help Stern pass wind into Delabate's face. Stern's prize, of course, for winning a bet with his producer about the next Rocket series.
You forget what goes on.
Stern kicking the producer out of the studio, and finally, a gaseous Stern letting Baba Booey have it, followed by a recipe of Stern's bean and tuna salad. With such coverage and deft editing, viewers get a lot of Stern despite the truncated 30-minute length of the show. Soon after the TV debut, Stern raked in rave reviews in the New York Post and Newsday. The Post's John Podahoritz faulted some of the production values, but not Stern, who he notes is a little easier to take on television, because we could see him smiling goofily even as he asks difficult questions or yells at his staff. And Newsday's Marvin Kittman, a longtime fan, called the show a masochist's delight, and suggested that media mogul Rupert Murdoch, who pulled his Fox network away from Stern after he saw the New Year's Eve Raunch Fest, to take another look. No, and what happened is I offered our robotic camera show to them, and they were like, no, you have to do an original program.
Yeah, there was no pulling away. But that's
they never pulled away.
That the media creates, and then they turn it into fact.
I know. Rupert Murdoch...
Nobody's ever talked to Rupert Murdoch and gotten him to say that.
Rupert Murdoch made an offer for me to go take over the Chevy Chase show, and in fact, I was going to do it from the...
that's why Chevy had to have those pills sent.
I think so. He couldn't take that. I was going to have his job. But I had enough sense to turn it down, because I said, wait, I'm doing a radio show. I'm in the middle of a movie. I met with the producers. Boy, they're serious. They want to start shooting September 1st.
Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah. So anyway, I knew I was going to be busy. I knew I wouldn't have time to run over somewhere and do another show after this thing.
I hope your family's enjoyed you this summer.
Yeah. I told my wife, I got to get an apartment in the city, I think.
Oh, no.
Or something.
Now
what am I
you're going to do that?
I got to do something. I mean, I'm going to be shooting. What, they're going to shoot by maybe they'll shoot my backyard.
Yeah, why not?
I'll see if I'll look into it.
Build a set back there.
So anyway, we just might give the kids up for adoption. We don't know. So anyway, it's just going to be a busy time, I went looking for apartments. I found an apartment right over Scores, the strip club. Can you believe it? Is that ironic? It's like right above Scores.
Are you serious? Yeah. You're actually looking for apartments?
No. You know me. I have to go home every night.
I know.
Get punished.
You would never be happy.
No.
I might have to get kicked.
But seriously, a few nights a week, I might have to crash at your place.
No.
See what hijinks happens.
Go to Fred's.
Go to Scores. Go to Fred's. Are you crazy?
We'll never see you again.
Yeah. According to Ben Fong Taurus, in It may, in fact, be only a matter of time before a bigger network grabs the show, doubles Stern's time, and puts him where he wants to be, up against Letterman and Leno. I said this to Robin yesterday. You take the show that we're running on the E-Television network, put it on 11:30 at night against Letterman and Leno. Just this show.
Just the show we're running on E.
And we'll beat them. We will beat them. That's it. I know it. Because it's different from anything else that's on TV. And while Letterman's doing stupid pet tricks for the 900th time and reading that top 10 list, we'll be in there blasting wind in someone's face. I say it's an alternative. Anyway, there it is. Ben Fong Torres.
Very nice review.
Yeah, he's cool. Anybody who likes us is cool.
It's funny how it works out that way.
Yeah, it's funny how all the cool guys like us. I'm glad it works out that way. I would hate it if Ben Fong Torres didn't get it. So, I don't know.
Oh, you know who I should
I'm
say
so
hello
totally
to?
immersed in this movie thing now that I really don't even think about television anymore. I'm totally immersed.
It's not on your front burner at this point in time? You don't think that after the movie you'll be thinking about it again? You think you'll just totally go into the world of movies and never come back to television?
It's very exciting, and it's I wrote a whole thing yesterday, and it's weird me trying to write you know what I mean? But I think I know you pretty well, how you talk and stuff. I don't know. It's just a very interesting process to go through. It really is.
I can imagine. Giving me voice. Who wouldn't be interested?
Everyone loves your voice. And then there was a whole big meeting the other day about, like, you know, who's going to play who and stuff. And I said, isn't this a little premature? We don't even have a script yet.
But I guess they have those meetings. I guess it could change, too, as you go along. But you try to, because you have to have people block out their schedules if you really want them. You have to think about things like that in movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I say let's just get the script right, and then we'll worry about who's going to be where.
But you're talking about September.
I don't know. That sounds crazy to me. I don't know what they're talking about, but see, I'm just so anxious for the movie to come out. I don't care what we shoot.
Just a bunch of random.
Yeah, it'd just be cool to be in a movie. So, no, actually, I'm more patient than the movie executives. I'm like.
Now, you said you're going to have a big writing thing this weekend.
Yeah.
So everybody's in town.
Yeah, no, it's not a writing. It's a discussion more or less about. I will talk
go
about
over the script that
and the direction that we're going to be going in. You know, it's going to be one of my lectures. That's where I lecture.
Read between the lines, bull busting.
Bull busting. That's where I lay out the master plan.
Well, basically, you take people's work and you throw it back at them and say, I don't like it.
Something like that.
Take this out, put this in.
Right. But I do it diplomatically.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I do it with a sledgehammer. Well, Jackie and Fred know how delicate I can be.
Look at Fred. Fred hasn't written a thing in how many years
Yeah, he's
now?
completely crushed from the last critique.
There you go.
That's no picnic.
He doesn't like what I write, so I'm not going to write. All right. Get over it. All right, anyway, so congratulations again to us on that review in the paper.
Yeah, I was just, I've been meaning to do this for a while. I should say good morning to Tommy Toon. I hope he's still in town.
What? Did you meet him?
No, I didn't actually meet him, but one day I sort of passed him on the street, and he gave me this big smile and said hello. So.
Hey, maybe he was attracted to you.
I don't think he knew who I was. I think he was just smiling at me.
Hey, I'm sure you get that from a lot of guys.
Well, they're not Tommy Toon.
Yeah. Tommy Toon. Tommy Toon. Now, that's a cool name, huh? Tommy Toon should be homeless. You're on the air. Hi.
Howard.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Tommy Toon.
Tommy Toon should live in
I don't even understand people who, enjoy the work of Tommy Toon, let alone Tommy Toon.
What's wrong with his work?
My wife went to a play last night. My wife's, it's really weird. My wife went out again with her friends last night and just doesn't tell me.
Well, where are you?
I was home typing.
And she
working on this movie.
And she's not there?
I know, and I just came up and she was all dolled up and dressed up. And, dude, I'll get to you in a second.
No problem.
She was all dolled up,
And you go, where are you going?
And she said, oh, I'm going to a play. I'm going to go see Blood Brothers, whatever that is.
That's well, the Cassidy kids aren't in it anymore, but it's...
Isn't that Adrian Zmed?
Carol King and Adrian Zmed.
Yeah. She went to a Broadway show, which she knows I have no interest in seeing.
Well, she has to go with her friends then, but she could...
Yeah, I said, boy...
I suppose say something about it.
She goes, I go, man, you're having a good time. She says, well, I took 2 weeks for myself this summer. I didn't know this, but she's in the middle of a 2-week vacation.
Oh, and she didn't.
Because she's been going out every day. Yesterday she was out with friends at like a party or something, and she doesn't even tell me. Like she's allowed to go out with her friends and just go out.
Night.
Even at night and go out. She doesn't ever consult me. If I want to go out with my friends one time, just with the guys, it becomes a whole discussion.
Well, why don't you say to her, you know what, I decided to take 2 weeks.
Because her theory is that she wants to be with me all the time. It's just that I'm not available. So when I do have free time, why should I go out with guys? I should be out with her. And I go, I see you all the time. Maybe I don't see you in a social setting, like where I'm out with a bunch of people or at a play, but I see you every friggin' day. Why can't I go out with a bunch of guys? You're allowed to go out with all your friends. You get that female camaraderie. She claims she doesn't need female camaraderie. She just
that's
has
not true at all, or otherwise she would be doing it. Why does she say that to you?
Well, she claims she just wants to go out and do stuff, so she needs female friends to do it.
I looked at her when she came in there with those girls the other day.
She was having a party.
She has friends.
Yeah.
Those are friendships. She's using, there's a symbiotic thing there where they're feeding off of each other. They're getting something out of it.
But I'm not allowed to have male friends. I'll give you an example. Like, Ralph's a friend of mine. Ralph's actually a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. Even as bizarre as that seems, and I know you think I have goofy friends, but Ralph's a friend of mine.
Ralph fits right in with that group of yours.
Ralph is a friend of mine. Every time Ralph calls me, he might call my house once a day or something to check in and say, hey, how you doing?
Uh-huh.
My wife goes, your boyfriend's on the phone.
Like it's bad that you have a guy calling?
Yeah, your boyfriend. Now he's my boyfriend. Your boyfriend's on the phone. Like a put down?
Mm-hmm. Do you say
she has a friend? She has a friend Jill who calls the house maybe every 10 minutes. Who yells into my answering machine? She goes, "Ow, pick up! Ow, pick up! Ow, pick up!" That's how she goes. I even said to Jill, "You might be hard of hearing or something because you're yelling into the answering machine." Ow, pick up! Ow, ow, pick up! That's what I hear in my... But I hear that every 10 minutes.
Hey, Allison, your girlfriend's on the phone?
No, I'm thrilled. Because Allison's on the phone. She's leaving me alone. I'm able to work. Do my job. I don't say a word. I'm happy people call her. I really am. I'm thrilled.
Well, there's something that women don't often understand, that men need male companionship.
Yeah, she doesn't get it.
They need female companionship.
Yeah, because I'll say...
that they don't understand your relationships with men. You still need to be around men sometimes.
Yeah, like I'll say, hey, me and Ralph are going to go bike ride, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll go, oh, not with me? I'll go, no, well... it's obvious like we just want to go out as guys and bike ride or something. It's not like I'm going out on a date. I'm just going out.
You're not stopping in the woods with Ralph and holding his hand.
No, we're not doing it.
Lake.
There's no fellatio going on in the woods. So, I just want to go for a bike ride with a guy.
Oh, Ralph.
It's just fun to be with a guy and say guy stuff to one another.
Sure. That's
and
stupid
goof around.
Guy stuff.
Yeah, stupid guy stuff. I like saying stupid guy stuff to guys.
Sure. You enjoy it more than anybody I know.
I love it. I love hanging around with a bunch of guys. I don't need it a lot, but I need it every once in a while.
But you shouldn't have to ration yourself.
All right, Ralph, just because I say that you're my friend, what are you doing?
Did you ask Gary if you should come in?
I checked with Gary first.
Yeah.
There's been a couple times where, I've been on the phone with, talking about, hanging out at the pool or something, and you go, well, let me just check with Allison.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to hang out with the pool.
Yeah, right. Like there have been days where, on a Sunday, I'll say, hey, Allison, maybe Ralph will hang out. Oh, I thought that was our, Sunday was going to be our day together.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, well, yeah, we'll be together. I mean, you'll be there, too.
But is that like a prearranged...
No, I don't know.
Because if there's a supposition that you're supposed to be spending time with her and then you all of a sudden include Ralph, that's wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, what time together? My wife had a baby. She's busy with the baby all day anyway. because I don't lift a hand to help with the baby. So I mean,
you could go in with her.
Yeah, but I'm not into. I told her from the beginning I'm not into that. I don't want to be just like hanging out with the baby all day. I can't. I only have like tolerance for 10-15 minutes at a time, and then I lose it.
And then there was like another time we were working, and then we ran out to get something to eat. We stopped to eat somewhere, and we came back. And
I got yelled at.
Yeah.
You know what? You are Kato Kalin.
Yeah. I go, what did I do wrong? She goes, well, how come you felt comfortable to go get something to eat with Ralph, but I want to go out to eat? So I said, I don't know. It was just like a spur-of-the-moment thing. I didn't want Ralph.
Did you go to a restaurant and sit down?
Yeah, but we went in the back corner. Yeah, that was like, but it was like a deli for like 10 minutes.
Howard, but you know you're doing the wrong thing.
I take my wife out all the time to restaurants. We just went out to a restaurant Saturday night.
It's different because you argue with her the whole time.
No, I don't. I just, listen, sometimes a man needs to hang with men, but my wife, she's out on the town, Blood Brothers, big party yesterday afternoon at someone's house with the pool, day before that into the city with a town car and ate at the Sony, Harvey Leeds, Sony record company. Yeah? Oh, yeah. You know, a whole lifestyle.
But she's got on a 2-week vacation.
But great. So let me be on a vacation once in a while, right, Ralph?
Right, yeah. You need to just, like, hang sometimes. I mean,
you need hang time.
I mean, she's always there.
Right. I like her to hang out, but, hey, come on, man time, too.
But, I mean, there's sometimes we'll be hanging out, like, at the pool or something, and go, come on, Allison, come out here. And
she doesn't want to be with me anyway.
Ralph, you have no woman. You wait till you get one. Howard won't even see you.
Yeah. Ralph will never have a woman. You know why?
He has no money.
Yeah, right. And he won't spend any money. He brags about how he doesn't spend money on women.
Yeah.
I don't brag.
Yeah. I go, how do you live, man? You don't make any money. He goes, I don't have any expenses. I don't ever spent a dime on a woman.
Yeah.
I go,
he says to me the other day.
That's a big draw right there.
Yeah.
That, now he's thinking of getting a cleaning woman because somehow or other there's no women to wash his clothes.
Now, here's the thing. What? Ralph, for the first time in his life, has a regular job. Mm-hmm. He comes here every day and does makeup. So if they're paying him 10 cents, he's going to figure out how to spend 10 cents.
Yeah, but the point, he used to have a girlfriend to get this stuff done.
Yeah. Well, yesterday he calls me and he says, I need a jet ski. I'm trying to buy a jet ski. Do you know where to get a good one? Meaning, do we have a client on the air?
Can I get a break?
Right.
No. We were just talking about it. And
I just said, look at this guy. Maybe he saved up $1,000.
And he's going to blow it.
And he's just going to spend it on a jet ski.
Hey, why have money if you can't spend it?
Yeah.
Put it back into the business.
But look at what he's doing. It's like, he finally got some money in his pocket, and he's just buying jet skis.
Of course. He certainly isn't spending it on clothes.
No. Yeah.
Well, Ralph was just telling us in the office how his boyfriend bought him a Walkman.
What boyfriend?
No, I was kidding around, like how Allison called you his boyfriend. He was just telling us how you bought him a Walkman.
I bought him a Walkman?
Yeah, so you managed to get that for free, too.
What are you talking about?
No, I didn't, because I got a new... I got a new Walkman.
Oh, because of your job.
Yeah, so I went out and spent some money. So Gorilla goes, did you pay for that? I want to see if I got something for free. I go, no, Howard gave it to me.
Oh, you were kidding.
Yeah, I was just trying to annoy him, which I think I did, because Gary came in and said something, so obviously it annoyed people.
You got on everybody.
Now Gary was all upset.
Yeah. Now Gary's calling him your boyfriend.
I know. All right, get out of here. All right, get out of here, Ralph. Now you're annoying me. Ralph's a pud.
A pud buddy?
Yeah, he's a pud buddy. You know what that is? You know what a pud buddy is?
No, what's that?
A pud buddy's a guy that you enjoy hanging around with one-on-one, but then when you get in a group of guys, you have to join in and goof on him.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah, right. That's a pud buddy.
Pud buddy.
You're my pud buddy.
Everybody loves
When we're alone, we get along fine, but as soon as I see you around a group of people, I realize how ridiculous you are. And I get out of here.
Just get upset with yourself for liking me.
Yeah, I don't even know why I like you. You look stupid. Now get out of here. I told you not to be stupid.
New glasses every day.
I don't know. I don't know. He's a pud brother. He's a pud buddy. What do you want?
Howard.
Yeah.
I just wanted to call and say how great the E! Show is.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, I don't get you on the radio anymore because I moved out to Atlanta from Los Angeles.
But you get the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
But, I was just wondering if, E! plans to make it any longer than just a half hour.
I know. There's been a lot of complaints that it's too short, but right now I think I'll have a nervous breakdown if we make it any longer. So I think it's going to be just a half hour.
How come Jackie's never on the show?
Jackie cannot be on the show.
He's saving himself.
Yeah, he's hoping to get his own show. He's much too important.
Jackie's a major star, and he doesn't want to be
Jackie. To be honest with you, Jackie's too good for this show. Hey, by the way, how do your hick buddies enjoy the show out in Atlanta?
Well, I don't have any friends now that I moved out here, you know.
I'm going to be out in Atlanta pretty soon.
On the radio?
Not on the radio. I got to go out there. I actually have to visit there.
Why?
Somewhere.
I
For
understand.
My sister-in-law is getting married.
Yeah, it's a family thing.
And I'm like so
I think
depressed.
the problem with out here is that the people out here really don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah. You know? Okay. Hey, thanks for the call. Neither do you. He certainly doesn't have a sense of humor. I had to hang up on him.
I know exactly how you feel, because I had a friend who moved to Macon, Georgia, and he was always inviting me to come down there. I never visited him.
Yeah, right. My sister-in-law is getting married, and I thought she was just going to like elope because she's like a hippie.
But no, she's having the whole shebang.
She's having like a half-ass wedding, I guess. You know, she's having like a hippie wedding.
But it'll be a hippie wedding.
Yeah.
Even though it's got to have all the family there.
Yeah.
The whole thing. They'll be barefoot in the grass.
Yeah. Like everyone's like wearing hippie clothes, and
she'll have on a granny wedding dress.
Yeah, right. So it's gonna be
the whole thing.
Yeah, and I just said to my wife, maybe they'll elope. You know.
You were hoping.
Because it's like turning into a whole big. The kids are all going to be flower girls.
Oh.
And Ashley's going to be the flower girl, and I don't know, the other girls are going to be
attendants.
Like handmaidens or whatever the hell that is. And my wife's the matron of honor or whatever that is.
Because she can't be a maid. She's a matron.
Yeah, she's a matron of honor. The matriarch of honor. And then, and me,
You don't have to be in it, do you?
No. It's going to be wedding stock, like Woodstock.
Is she going to play the guitar and sing?
I don't know. I think they're going to have like a guitarist.
Oh, dear.
We'll exchange mushrooms.
Because she's always doing that hootenanny stuff.
Yeah.
Sitting around and singing.
Yeah, my sister-in-law's into banjo music, and they make puppets.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. They're into craft shows. So, I got to get into that whole
And they're going to have it in Atlanta. I'm surprised. I was wondering where the wedding was going to be.
Yeah, and I was trying to start shooting my movie so I'd be booked up. But they won't be ready in time. No, it'll be cool. It's just that I don't, like in the weekend, I really look forward to just sort of mellowing out.
Getting married for a while. It's moved up?
Yeah, they moved up to date.
Ooh.
I thought they were going to be like Jackie and like get married in Hawaii or Fred and like not invite anyone.
Why couldn't you say you'd spring for the elopement? Send them somewhere.
I'd send them cash just to get married, I just wish I even said to my wife, I said, I wish they get married in New York. And she was like, well, all their friends are in Atlanta. I said, yeah, but so what? Yeah.
Yeah, so have a wedding for them and a wedding for you.
Yeah. Why don't we just have a separate wedding? Because I hate that stuff. I hate weddings. They bring out the worst in me. I get so irritable. My wife and I always fight before weddings. We always because I have to get dressed. And
you're always late because of the fighting and arguing.
Yeah. It's just always. And we just start sniping at one another. Because she'll change into 50 different outfits, and
then she'll look at you and say you're wearing all the wrong stuff.
Yeah, and we yell at each other. It's always bad. We like to just hang, me and my wife.
I know, she sounds like she likes to go out. It's
she does.
Who likes to just hang.
And I said to her, boy, you must be having fun. You get to go out every night this week. And she goes, not really. I think that was a dig at me.
She's not having fun?
I don't know. How could you have fun being married to me? I'm such a creep.
Well, I thought she had basically accepted that this is the way you are and was having her own life and creating her own
that's what she's doing.
Thing.
She's showing me.
So that, not showing, you're just going and enjoying herself.
Yeah. I don't like to enjoy myself. I like to work.
But that's how you enjoy yourself. So you get confused. You don't understand what enjoyment is to you.
Oh, I see.
You enjoy working.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Work. Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. I don't want to go through this counseling session anymore. We have too much stuff to get to.
I'm the same way. I love to work.
There you go.
I don't like to stop. I can't sit around to save my life.
Wish Fred was like that. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words. Hey, Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling to order Jackie's 78-minute comedy CD, $10 plus free shipping and handling. Price includes 20-page Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. Thursday night, August 25th at Rascals Comedy Club in West Orange, New Jersey. For information, dirty jokes, and lots of fun, call 516-922-WINE. It is Jackie Jokeman Martling. See that laugh right there? I don't like that one.
What one?
The one you just played. Because it's got like noise behind it.
Oh, it's like a little bit of rumble or something?
It's like a... Not that.
There's that one.
I like that. I like that. I like that. You know what I'm talking about, Fred.
They're on a loop. He can't play them.
Yeah, but he knows what... No, not that one.
Oh, man.
Not that. Not that. No, not that.
Get rid of that.
Not that. Not that.
He loves this.
Go ahead. It's probably this one. No, that's my favorite.
That's the best.
That's the penguin. Yeah. That's the one I hate.
You know, he gives a little bit of breath into the
mic. Well, I don't like that one.
Okay, I'll try and have Scott eradicate
Yeah, eradicate that.
There we go.
You know that noise that it makes? Like,
yeah, there's some kind
like
of
he breathes into the mic.
Yeah, and it's not funny. That's funny. Okay, thank you. All right, let's go through everything we have now. First, Gary's got a pile of tapes. We're going to go through everything that we have sitting around the office now. Stay tuned because we're going to go through things rapidly, Robin.
Let me just put in a bid because someone just faxed me.
Well, if you're going to put in a bid, I'll counter your bid and raise it. Yes.
For the Mad Russians.
Interviewing Jerry Seinfeld?
That's right.
Yes, we have that on the list.
Right.
Coming up.
It's coming up. All right, first I want to read this. Dear Stern Show, my cable company laughed when I asked them to carry the E-Show. I laughed back when I bought a satellite dish and gave them their box back.
Ooh, very good.
That's very interesting. Okay, and now who's on the phone?
King of all messengers.
He made a phony phone call.
Yep.
King?
Good morning, Howard.
I haven't spoken with you in a while.
Yeah, I've been tied up in the office with a man on vacation for the whole month of July.
Oh, so you've actually been working instead of making those stupid calls?
Yeah, and when I finally got free, I had the flu last week.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm just getting back on my feet now.
Yeah, that work made him sick. Huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you just love making phone calls to various television shows. You would like to do that full time?
Yes, I would.
It's just every once in a while your business has to be run.
Gets in the way, Howard. We have to eat here.
Okay, go ahead. How come I'm having trouble hearing you?
I have no idea, Howard.
Your phone level is very low. Something is wrong.
Really? I spoke with Gary before on it, and it was okay.
All right, okay, I'll deal with it. Now, who did you call?
Okay, this first call was to a medical show. They were discussing the HIV virus.
All right.
Here you go.
For the investigation of a child abuse, they need to have it, but you need to make sure that it's the right person that has it.
Let's move to Jacksonville for another question. Yes, go ahead. Thank you for waiting.
Morning. My name is Jonathan Basile from Jacksonville. With reference to patient confidentiality, are there any measures being taken for HIV or full-blown AIDS patients who wish to view as a last wish Howard Stern's New Year's Eve video, 1-800-52-STERN, or play Hide the Baloney?
I didn't get it. No, I didn't understand that call. Sorry, Jacksonville. We lost you. We have some other calls on the line.
I don't think I understood that call. No, I think she understood it perfectly.
Yeah, all too perfectly. She understood that one.
I like at the very last second you hear faintly in the back, well, I have heard reports.
I know he was just naming everything.
What else you got for us?
Okay,
I'm trying to move quickly. Go ahead.
Okay, the second call is to an educational show in Phoenix, Arizona, where they were discussing earthquakes.
Earthquakes?
Yes.
Earthquakes?
I'm from Brooklyn, Howard. What do you want?
Go ahead and do it.
Here you go.
Nicely. Let me ask you if you're ready to take some more questions from our students.
I think so.
Students at Martin Luther King, you've been very patient with our explanation. Do you have any questions for us now? I'm sorry, that was Mrs. Venisi's class?
Hello, yes.
Okay.
My name is Chuck Kuhn.
Hi, Chuck.
I'd like to know about the rumors that prior to earthquakes, animals have a tendency to be reported missing. And are they receiving some sort of frequency that we're not aware of, or are they all rushing off to see Howard Stern's New Year's Eve video, 1-800-52-STERN?
Okay, the question had to do with the reported events where animals, prior to earthquakes, seem to be able to sense earthquakes and move away from the area.
Well, what about the rest of the question?
No, he wasn't going to deal with that.
That was a good question. I wonder what the answer was.
Yeah, really.
Can animals actually move away from earthquakes?
There are reports that, your cat gets jittery and all kinds of things happen with animals.
Like that prior to an earthquake, animals...
So then maybe... All right, we know the question. So maybe if they study that, then you could... who cares? All right, go ahead. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, King, thanks.
Stay well, I love you.
Right, king of all messengers. Get caught up in his stupid earthquake discussion.
Now, Howard, if you want, I can just start naming things, and then you could just say...
All right, go down the list so I can now get through everything, so you don't come in here every day and say we're backed up.
Okay, do you know who Ken Oletta is? He wrote this book called Three Blind Mice. He was on the McNeil-Lehrer Report. He started talking about you and your book.
In a negative way?
In a negative way.
I'd like to hear that.
All right, give me that. Things that have been laying around the office.
Why would Viacom, all in electronic entertainment and everything, why would they be interested in book publishing?
Oh, God, you think about, everyone talks about the notion of interactivity. Well, take a book. I'm not talking about a book like Howard Stern, which Simon & Schuster to its discredit publishes. But
where did this come from? You mean just out of the clear blue?
Out of left field.
That's weighing on his mind. He has to put that in.
This is just, it sounds like another angry guy who's been writing and writing and writing his whole life and goes,
why is he number one?
Yeah.
I've never been number one.
Why does no one buy my book? Well, maybe because your books suck. Maybe the harsh reality is...
You're not talking about what anybody else wants to hear about.
Yeah, and they can't accept it. Isn't Ken Oletta, isn't he the guy who has that column in the Daily News? The one that no one reads? Right. The one that you see, it's great to write a column in the newspaper because no one knows if anyone reads it or not. He's unreadable. I've read Ken Oletta's column, and halfway through I go, I don't know what he's talking about. Just as I don't know what, like out of the clear blue, he's talking about the world of publishing, and he brings in my name. It kills him that I wrote a book.
And that it was successful. He's the writer.
Beyond successful, it's not going to be a movie. I've got directors calling me saying, I love the book, I want to direct a movie.
Yeah, but it's one thing to just be, have your book made into a movie, but you were incredibly successful as a first-time author.
Yeah.
Take some of the education books.
Discredit maybe, but profit.
Very profitable. Number one for a long period of time, but you wouldn't let your kids read it.
Yeah,
now you can see where he's bummed out. You see how his voice changed?
Yeah.
He talked about the money you made?
Yeah, very profitable. Oh, my God.
Less profitable.
Less profitable. But you won't let your kids read it. Why wouldn't you let your kids read it?
There are lots of books you wouldn't let your kids read, and they've been very successful.
All right, there's Ken Oletta, his 15 minutes of fame. What do you got next?
Rod Stewart mentioned you on stage maybe 6-8 months ago when he was at the Garden.
Oh, we have that?
I'll take a pass on that. I don't think that's that good. Do you think that's good?
I don't know. What
does he say?
He mistakenly thought you had said he was going bald. I
remember it was stupid.
He liked you.
Yeah, great.
Okay, we've got The Mad Russian with Jerry Seinfeld. We can listen to the horse Robin Quivers run.
Oh, yeah, let me hear that. Hey, let's take bets on it.
Does it win?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I can bet with you.
Okay.
That's Gary. He doesn't even remember.
Every once in a while we hear from these horse racing guys who call us or send us, notes saying, I named my horse Howard Stern. Do we have a picture of Robin Quivers? Oh, here's a picture of the horse Robin Quivers. Did you ever see this? Here. I'll show that to our E-camera. Maybe you'll see that tonight.
Oh, that's too funny.
There it is. That's the horse.
That horse can't run.
What?
There's a horse called Princess Norris.
Yeah, there's a horse called Princess Norris. So there is a horse. This is the first one I heard of was Robin Quivers. Your actual name.
Yes. Has my horse retired?
Well, evidently your horse ran a race, and I said, well, let's not listen to it. Let's take bets.
All right.
You want to bet on your horse?
Sure. Who else is running, though? I mean, are we just going to say whether we thought I won or not?
Yeah.
I think I won, of course.
Anybody want to bet against her? I'll bet against her.
I bet she placed in money, but I don't bet she won.
Do you know, or have you heard this?
No, I can't remember. Some of these, I think this might be 6-8 months old.
Really? You can't remember things back 6 or 8 months?
Howard, there's a lot of stuff going on. I can't remember.
No, I'm just saying. It's interesting.
I can't remember this particular item from 6 or 8 months ago.
Can't remember who won.
All right. I forget the betting. Let's just
Was
see.
it a horse race?
You want to bet, Jackie?
Yeah.
All right, bet Robin.
Yeah.
You bet I lost?
I'll bet you $20 you lost.
All right.
All right, $20.
Wait. Go get her money, Gary.
Oh, I'm good for 20.
Are you good for 20?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take 20. I bet you lost.
Okay. Fred?
She's saying she won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely she lost. I'll say 20.
All right.
All of you.
So you got 60. You want to bet, Gary?
No.
Poor Gary. Can't even.
No, I can't remember.
So
I don't want to bet.
What's wrong with him?
I don't want to gamble.
All right, let's go to the racetrack. Do you know where this racetrack is?
Philadelphia Park.
All right, let's go to Philadelphia Park live via tape. Here we go.
Number 4 is Bid Strong. 5 is Thundering Girl. 6, Sharp Reef. 7 is Robin Quivers.
All right, I'm
8
number
is
7.
Star Divine.
That's bad.
All right, 7's a lucky number.
Oh.
Number 9 is Kneeling.
Where was this recorded? In Guam?
Number 9 is Kneeling.
Oh, Fred's kneeling, and I'm not going over there.
The program and racing forum picked stakes winner number 7, Robin Quivers, who makes her turf debut here, along with number 9, Kneeling.
Uh-oh, I've got picked.
You're a
That
favorite.
doesn't sound good.
No, that means you're a favorite.
I know, but
I
they
didn't
never
know that.
pick a winner.
Wow. Well, now I'm bumming out.
You bet against
I know.
Number 7 in the field is Robin Quivers. She won the signature stakes against other 3-year-old fillies in the mud.
See, we should have listened to this first.
That's right.
I didn't know she won. I didn't know she won the signature stakes.
The signature stakes, Mike.
Oh.
Early in March, had a couple of months layoff, ran terribly for 11,000, and then came back to rally to win for 10,000 on the main strip last time. She does have turf breeding on both sides. She is a granddaughter of Northern Dancer by Antura.
Is it the real Robin Quivers or the horse?
No, me.
The Foolish Pleasure Mare, which is also turf breeding. Robin Quivers, number 7, Stan James trains and Awesome Sonic rides. She is 5-1.
All right, let's get to the friggin' race.
Yeah, let me go now. I'm ready to run.
Yeah, let's let her go. She's those haunches.
For 7, Robin Quivers. The pilot is now Samsana. And they're off.
Here we go.
Out of the chute onto the main course, it's Kneeling to the front.
Good.
Thundering Girl is second. Sharp Reef on the outside third. And then it's Robin Quivers, Big Strong, and Kootenai Queen. Into the clubhouse turn with Kneeling in charge here. She's now bounding along by 2.5 lengths. Thundering Girl being kept close to the pace
I like
second.
a challenge.
I'm trying to hear the race. It's hard enough with all this static. You're too excited. Now just sit quiet. She is. She says she's excited. It's a horse, Robin.
Select the Sharp Reef. She's on the outside third. At the middle of the course, Robin Quivers beginning to move up in sixth. And then it's Bid Strong. Charger to Daddy is in behind horses at this point. She's about 7 lengths off the lead. And a gap of 2 more to Kootenai Queen, who runs ninth.
So where are you now? You're 6th?
I'm in the middle, but I'm moving up.
Good girl. You're a good girl.
They make their way toward the far turn, still all in pursuit of Kneeling. She leads by 2. Thundering Girl is beginning to edge closer second. It's a half length to Star Divine. She's on the outside third. Dancing Subby beginning to gain ground at the rail fourth. Robin Quivers is 3 wide fifth.
3 wide. Wonder what that means.
That means I'm out there in the middle of the course.
She's on the outside of the course.
Got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't look good. How much is left?
Sloppy. Well, this is the far turn.
Yeah.
So that's the farthest part away from the finish line.
All right, you could come up now. Let's see.
Yeah, it's like halfway over.
All right.
I'm hoping all these other horses get tired.
Oh, drop dead. You want to take action on whether you even place in the top 3?
All right, maybe I placed.
Forget it. Don't even bet. I think the horse is on rollerblades. I swear to God, the real Robin is faster than the horse.
Kootenai Queen has moved up at the rail, and she now looks for daylight. On the extreme outside, here comes Charger to Daddy and Bid Strong, both ranging up. Sharp Reef is now in behind a wall of horses. 5 of them across the track at the top of the lane. Between horses now, Charger to Daddy has come on to get the lead. Out the middle of the course, Bid Strong is closing well. Robin Quivers is now third.
Ooh.
Hey,
oh, God. Uh-oh. Robin Quivers is third, and toilet paper is wiping up the rear. Here we go, now, and in the minor stretch. I like these guys. They all talk the same.
I know.
Bid stretches, bid strong, charge it to Daddy, they're stride for stride. Bid strong on the outside, charge it to Daddy on the inside, their heads apart. Charge it to Daddy, now takes the lead. Charge it to Daddy, has it by 3 parts of a length.
Number 4, ridden by apprentice Ramon Pena.
Oh, well.
Number 7.
Ooh.
I lost.
Charges to Daddy. What was that?
If you go back, I think they're going to say that Robin came in second.
Let's see.
Really?
Oh, man. If the race would have gone a little longer.
Number 4, ridden by apprentice Ramon Pena. Number 7, Robin Quivers will finish third with jockey Nas and Sonic making a steady rally throughout the
third. You should have bet another 20 on place.
You wouldn't let me. You just kept going.
No, I didn't want you to lose more money. You looked pretty bad there. Why? You came in third.
Yeah, after being all the way back.
Well, see, you owe a lot of people $20. That's,
A little more track, I would have won.
A little more the track was a little short. Hey, that's not bad. That was kind of exciting.
Yeah.
All right, we have tons of tape to get through. We're going to do all of it, Robin, when we get back right after these words. Oh, by the way, the Libertarians, even though I'm not the gubernatorial candidate anymore, you can sign up to sign their petition Sunday, August 14th at the Oak Beach, Long Island, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. I told them I'd assist them with that.
Yes.
All right,
because your name still could appear on the ballot, even though you're not officially running.
Right, I guess. We still don't know what the answer is to that. But
well, no, that's absolutely true.
Really?
Yeah.
August 14th, Oak Beach, Long Island, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you can stop by and just sign a petition, it would be very nice. Where were we?
Okay, you have 2 choices up on the racks there. You can listen to the Mad Russian interview Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Or you can listen to, remember Stu Bykowski, the guy in Philadelphia that writes all that nasty stuff about you?
Yeah.
When his wife was on Dial-A-Date many years ago?
Oh, yeah.
He got naked for you?
Yeah, we could do that. I don't know if I want to get into that. That's going to take forever. Maybe I'll do Jerry Seinfeld.
Was she, in fact, the first naked girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations.
She was the one that opened the floodgates.
Yeah, nice girl. I still remember her. You always remember your first. Where's
Real one.
Real one? All right, this is dude, the Mad Russian, who doesn't work for us.
He goes out on his own.
He's a freelancer. Driver. He's a cab driver. He's a freelancer, and I don't know. He goes around and he wants to ask like Stuttering John questions, except if you can believe it, he's more obnoxious than Stuttering John.
Well, the point is that you write Stuttering John's questions, and
right.
Mad Russian is on his own.
Yeah, so evidently he saw Jerry Seinfeld somewhere. Do you remember the circumstance?
Yeah, he got him in like a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Like an elevator.
Yeah, and he just was relentless on Jerry. I mean, this one makes me cringe. It really does.
I have a couple of other ones, too, with him.
I mean, because I really don't... I guess, like, people think I hate Jerry Seinfeld. I don't hate Jerry.
He's mad at us.
They take all of this stuff very seriously. When we're feuding, they take it much more seriously than we do.
But, you know, we're not feuding.
I know we're not feuding. I mean, Jerry's just mad at us.
He's just not talking to you, but you talk to him if he were around.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're participating in the feud or somebody's mad at you.
Yeah, so Mad Russian goes out, and right away he's, like, got a vendetta. I mean, he's just relentless. Here, take a listen. We might need to stop it just to recover every once in a while.
Alan Jew from Russia, a radio journalist. Can I just ask you one question? Please. What is it? Just one question, Mr. Seinfeld.
Yeah, what is it?
Actually, 2 questions.
No, one question.
One question?
Well, until the elevator comes. You better talk fast.
All right. While you're touring around the country, who babysits your girlfriend?
See you later, pal.
What do you like about prepubescent women? Thank you.
Thank you. I like to
Thank you. Thank you. Please, Mr. Seinfeld, one question. I'm a Jew.
I'm a Russian Jew.
I'm a Russian Jew. Oh, okay. All right, then I'll answer one question. No, 2 questions. One question. Quickly, before my throne comes. What do you like about the prepubescent women?
While you're on tour, who babysits your girlfriend?
Mad Russian. That guy's really wacky.
I have interviews with him and Fabio and Jimmy Walker. Fabio's sort of funny because their accents get sort of tangled up if you want me to put one of them up.
What else you got?
Grant Tinker was talking about you on a television show in Los Angeles from September of 87.
Did he open up his big fat yap?
I don't know.
What is that?
Haven't we listened to that? I thought that was the one where he actually admits to being responsible for firing you.
Didn't I already scream about that?
Yeah.
That coward pussy Grant Tinker. Now he opens his mouth. When they asked him if he was the guy responsible, why'd he say no? Now he says yes. Let me hear that again so I can get good and worked up over that
You're
jackass.
getting worked up already.
Yeah. Yeah, fix that for me. Hit. Yeah. While you cue that up, all right, that'll take you a second. Go ahead. Gonna pop in another phone call, but let me hear that. I love these guys. Now he's got nothing going on in his life. He's
right, he can't get arrested. So he's talking. He's now willing to fess up and take responsibility for his actions.
And by the way, he isn't the one responsible for firing me.
But he'll do that now. He'll say it.
I know exactly who fired me at NBC.
Jesus, I'm caught on their end.
Robin, you asked. Is this it? Who is this?
You know what?
That sounds like the one where we at.
No, this is. I was wrong on this one.
What is that?
This is you getting Grant Tinker backstage. I
don't want to hear that. I played that 100 times. What's the matter?
We wanted it for. At one point, we wanted it for a reason.
Oh, for goodness' sake.
Okay.
All right. Now, what else you got there?
Al D'Amato talking about you on C-SPAN on the floor of the Senate.
That was pretty good, but. I don't know. Does anyone care about that? Everybody want to hear that? What else you got? Yeah, time is fast.
This one says Kathy Lee and Frank Gifford. You brought this in. I don't know what it was. Recently.
Oh, you know what that is? I saw that on TV. That's Kathy Lee getting sex advice.
Oh, this is from that Gary Smalley infomercial?
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
All right, put that. It's a very small piece of it. I got to get the whole thing, but because we have to do one whole show devoted on this.
Yes. I want to, Kathy and Frank giving marital advice?
No. It's Kathy and Frank sitting on a couch getting sex and marital advice from Gary Smalley.
Are you sure they don't volunteer to the other couples how they were helped
that they do.
by this tape?
Yeah. In other words, Frank Gifford, a man who's been... Is this his third marriage?
At least.
Okay. 2 failed marriages.
But now he's figured it all out.
Yeah. Now he's an old geezer married to a young chippy.
He's too old to go looking for another woman.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, and now he's really old. And he's got this young chippy, this Kathy Lee, who's a fox. And he's sitting there with a big grin like he just ate a big canary. And he's sitting there with a big grin while all these ugly couples are sitting around listening to Frank and Kathy Lee get their sex and marriage advice. As if they could relate to anyone in that room.
Mm-hmm. Oh, our marriage is just like everyone else's.
Yeah. And you know Kathy Lee, I mean, this girl is so money hungry that she'll do anything. Somewhere along the line, even me in my career when I was making $96 a week, I made a conscious decision that if I ever made it, that I would do things that were sort of show business related. Like I wouldn't do things like get sex advice on a couch with my wife and sell tapes of it. Unless things got really bad.
Sewing patterns.
Yeah, right. I mean, at some point, I would only do things that interested me in terms of show business. Like, I'd want to put out a videotape if it was us performing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or I'd want to put out a movie of me acting, something to do with show business. I didn't want to get into, selling T-shirts. I don't know. It's just or putting out my own sewing kits. It just seemed like enough.
She's also putting out an exercise video.
Yeah, I mean, Where
does it end?
Yeah, where does it end? Do you think she has something new to say about exercise?
No.
She's going to say, don't eat a lot of fat and run around. And I pick up after Cody and Cassidy all day. Yeah, nitwit, ninny.
Well, we're just about out of time. Listening to Kathy and me or to other couples who have watched Gary's tapes, it's really hard to believe that a set of videos could make such incredible differences in a relationship. And yet, they have for us.
You think so, huh?
You'd say anything for a dime.
You wouldn't be reading that off a teleprompter, would you?
So what were your problems, Frank?
Yeah, why don't you list your problems? What was the problem in the marriage? You have a young chippy who's dressing up probably in different outfits for you. I say those
Maybe
tapes work.
Never home.
I say those tapes work when Frank Gifford runs back to his first wife.
Yeah. When he figures out how he could have made that work.
Yeah, let him stay married to a woman as old as him.
They have for us, and they can for you. Over 500,000...
You mean they have marital problems? Already?
Well, I guess what Frank is saying is that you wait until you're 100 years old and you marry a young woman, and then marriage will work for you.
Oh, okay. That's the tape I'd like to see. You see, marriage for Kathy Lee and I is really working out. What we do is, I'm about 70, and she's about 35, and she's very young and attractive, and I find I don't tire of her.
I'm too old to move, and
right.
she just stays here.
Yeah.
Keeps the marriage going.
So our tape basically deals with, it's great for guys my age in their 70s who want to marry young women. And I'm telling you, it works. I'm not bored at all.
These are the most... I have tried marriage to a woman my age.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I've already ordered these tapes. From what you've seen in this program...
Have you ever seen, like, when they show you a sample of the tape?
Yeah.
We got to get the tapes.
With that guy telling his little stupid story.
With the rock. He goes... He holds up a big rock, and he goes... This is my head.
This is what's in my head.
Yeah, he goes... Gary Smalley goes... This rock is like a marriage.
No, the rap is.
What is it?
It's also the little rock.
Yeah, here's a little stone, and there's a big rock, okay? Now, you think what you just said to your wife is like a little stone like this.
Right.
But to her, it's this big boulder.
Oh, yeah, and then he throws it in water and shows you the difference.
Right, and then he says, so when you see your wife, like, lose it because after you told some little joke, what you should turn around to do and
look at that rock.
Is say to your wife, just how big a rock was that, honey?
Yeah, and that'll help your marriage. The rocks are worth more than the tapes.
It's really only the tip of the iceberg.
Nothing is more important than our relationship with our spouse. The quality of our relationship affects everything else we do.
What about the relationship between Frank and his ex-wife? Kathy.
Could I also point out that is one of the most insincere reads I've ever heard.
She is...
Well, she's less sincere than he is. I thought he was pretty bad.
He's not bad at reading off the teleprompter. Sounds like Joey and Cindy Adams reading. Get my Joey and Cindy Adams tape. It does sound like Joey and Cindy.
Life and how well we do it. And that's why these tapes are so important. It really doesn't matter how many books you've read or how many tapes you've seen. If you haven't seen Gary's, and I know this embarrasses you, Gary, but it's the truth. If you haven't seen his, you have no idea.
I know this embarrasses you.
Taking money.
And all of this,
taking money from all these people.
And all of this is right on the teleprompter. You know, it's not spontaneous.
Yeah, I mean, say something from the... for the money they're paying you, couldn't they memorize or say something off the cuff?
Did you actually use these tapes?
Who? Kathy Lee and Frank?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
You could say something if you'd actually seen them and they actually had helped you.
Then I noticed a heap of beat-up pots and pans piled high in the kitchen. Where'd we get this junk, I asked Cindy.
It just so happens this is a gift from Mother. You do remember Mother?
Remember her? She doesn't stay away long enough for me to forget her.
Well, you told her to consider this like her own home.
Like her own home, yes. Instead of her own home, no.
Anyway, she gave us these pots and pans. They've been used in our family for years.
Yeah, well, then it's about time we threw them out. They look like they
Is Cindy a Jew?
Pots and pans.
Is she trying to act like a wasp? Yeah.
In our family for years.
She's a Jewess.
It doesn't sound like she's... It sounds like she's trying to sound like a foreign princess.
No, she's a Brooklyn girl who's trying to sound like she's a foreign princess.
Yes, she's trying to get rid of that accent.
She went to elocution lessons.
In 49, a pan gold.
So do you.
So do you.
That sounds like our impersonation of Robin.
Right.
That's her impersonating a human being.
Terrific. They are that terrific.
Gary doesn't give you theories or psychological mumbo-jumbo.
Nah.
He gives you specific steps that you can instantly apply and begin to see results literally overnight.
You give me Kathy Lee for a couple of nights and let me dress her up, put on a pair of high heels and have her naked, bent over my bed. You
won't have any trouble in your relationship.
I'll have a good relationship with her, too. Blindfold her with a schmata and give it to her good, right from behind.
Did your body just move?
You're damn right.
Frank and I had a really good relationship before we watched these tapes, and yet both of us have gained tremendous insights and help to make it even better. I think a whole lot better than we even could have hoped.
That's as much as I taped. I missed the rest.
They were good before.
We got to get the tapes and play them.
I still haven't run into this on TV.
Yeah, I'll order them. Okay. I see it every once in a while, and then whenever my wife and I are fighting on the phone, you'll play the tapes. No, we'll play the tapes for her.
Yeah. How big a boulder was that, honey?
Yeah.
Those tapes aren't cheap, right? Aren't they like a 10 video set, for like $70 or $80 or $90?
Yeah, but there's so much information, 3
easy payments.
Do you really figure?
Three easy payments. They couldn't sell it to you in 2 payments. 1 payment.
Yeah, well, look who's buying them.
Yeah.
But do you really figure that Kathy Lee and Frank sat down and watched videotapes together?
You show me like some of those like toothless black couples on the Montel Williams show. They're up on stage who are fighting over the.
Why doesn't he do that?
Let Gary Smalley cure them and put them on. Let them endorse the tape, and I'll buy the tape. Don't give me Kathy Lee and Frank.
Those couples who really aren't getting along,
right.
And they're carrying on one of these talk shows. Get them and fix their marriage. You'll sell millions.
Yeah. Just give me one of those toothless, bearded hags that sit up there on the Geraldo show.
Listen, I think this whole Operation Fatso started on account of my suits don't fit your father anymore.
Are you hinting obliquely that Daddy's too cheap to go to a store and that he shops in your closet?
No, I am not hinting obliquely. I am saying outrightly.
And what is it you don't like about my father?
Do you think they sat, when they recorded this album, this was years ago, but do you think they recorded it in a recording studio sitting side by side on stools with cups of coffee?
Oh, I'm sure they're looking at each other.
Like two big stools and like those musicians...
stands
with big scripts in front of them.
And they're turning the pages, and she's holding her coffee. Yeah.
Can I trouble you for more coffee? Of course, Cindy. Oh, my God. Do you think this album's going to sell? You know, people, it's quirky. They're going to love Cindy. Everyone loves Cindy.
How do you think it's going?
And Joey's great. I'm telling you, I think people are into the spoken word.
We're
it's the guy from the record
in
company.
the control room.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, this will probably land them a TV sitcom.
But that's what they're coming
all full of desire, the record company, convincing themselves.
The control room is on the floor.
Yeah.
This is hysterical.
Well, they hire a bunch of nitwits who all have the same sense of humor.
Howard, this album is so old, as is Cindy, that this was like recorded around the birth of television.
Yeah.
I think this was recorded in like 55.
Yeah, I think they thought that like maybe they would become the Fibber McGee and Molly or something.
My wardrobe.
For your information, Daddy never wears your old suits.
Sure, only my new ones.
Neither does he complain about the size. Happens they fit him perfectly. It's just that they're a little snug on Mother, that's all.
The old Kathy Lee and Frank Gifford. These tapes really do help us. We've been watching the tapes at night, and we really feel better about ourselves as a couple.
Frank and I had a good marriage even before we watched these tapes, but they made it even better than we could have imagined.
Very good. Nice.
Too close.
We should do this. We should make
That's right, Robin. I'll sit there like a wooden-headed dummy.
You sit there sleeping, and I'll have to poke you every time it's your turn.
That's right, Robin. Big glom.
Drool.
That's right, Kathy Lee. Kathy Lee.
And I know this is going to embarrass you, Gary, but they really do make a difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm paying you to say, you beehive-headed jerk. If you really felt sincere about it, maybe you wouldn't accept any money. Frank and I had a good marriage, but now it's better. Now it's better than we imagined. Kathy Lee, another one trying to pass. She's a Jew. Probably ordered the Yiddish version of those tapes.
At least now she admits to her...
What's master, Mr. Smalley?
Jewishness.
What?
She now admits to it.
Yeah, well, we forced her to do that.
Spoken about it so often she can't hide any longer.
That's right. I wanted to wear a yarmulke on that show. All right, let me take a break. And then we have more tapes and stuff?
We have more tapes. I have two separate transcripts of Larry King talking about you. Not from his show.
Yeah.
In public speaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
More confused statements from Larry King. All right, we've got plenty to get through. This is the day we're getting through all the material we never get through, Robin.
All right.
Right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
And by the way, Robin, before we go on with just trying to clean out our office here, I guess you're going to want to announce... Are you going to announce that the baseball strike is over?
Is it?
What? You're not going to announce it?
It's not... Is it over?
No.
Oh, geez.
I just want to know you're going to announce that. Wouldn't that be good?
I was like, well, I hadn't heard that.
Well, no one's had, but announce it, and then we'll see what happens.
We'll be the first.
Yeah, and then it'll probably make it onto AP. All right. It'll be a good goof. Well, if you're not going to do it, then don't do it.
No, I'm not. I wasn't planning to.
Now, here's a word from Frank Gifford and Kathy Lee. No, well, let me just... Here. Let me get this... Let's see what else you got there.
Okay, we have about 12 phony phone calls from Ponce de la Phone, King of Cable, and the Phone Ranger.
Now, these are all tapes.
The Phone Ranger? I never even
heard of him.
New guy.
You know, these are tapes that just sit in the office, and every day I say I'm going to play them. We never get to them, and we reserve today for it.
Here, Ponce de la Phone calls Jean Harris on CNBC.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know,
Jean Harris, the woman who killed the diet doctor.
Yeah, I saw her on Larry King the other night, and I swear to God, I turned it right off. I said, I am not going to watch this. It's the same thing with that idiot kid who Michael Fay, who got spanked over in China.
Singapore, Hong Kong,
whatever that is. That guy.
Wherever they beat people.
Yeah, wherever they beat people. Chinkville.
Oh, here we go.
All I know is this kid, I don't care what they are, they had the right idea with that kid. You can see he came back already, he's in trouble with his father.
Yeah, his father
wrestling.
should adopt a caning policy.
You're not kidding. That kid needed a caning, and, you know, I'm not going to sit there and listen to him. Same with that Jean Harris.
So your attitude is that you boycott any talk show that entertains criminals.
Yeah, unless it's ours. All right, so here is Ponce de la Phone, Jean Harris. Well, she's got a whole excuse now why she killed the diet doctor, you know.
What was her excuse?
Well, the diet doctor was giving her many pills, and she didn't know what she was doing, and she really was cleaning the gun. And
the best part of the story
she should be in jail.
Is that she was trying to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Now, I've never heard anybody shoot somebody else.
Yeah.
When attempting to
I only know one Polish guy who did that. He was committing suicide. He killed 3 people. Okay, here we go.
Why don't we take some calls?
Okay.
All right. She's like an elder stateswoman now.
Yeah, people actually go to her and ask her for advice.
Yeah, on education. No, I want somebody a little more stable educating people, okay?
She feels that she did a good job of educating the prisoners while she was in there. I think she should still be there teaching them.
Teaching. She's doing good. Thank you. Jesus. Gorilla, I tell Gorilla to go out and get me an apple, so like no matter what I'm doing, he'll come in and he has to hand me the apple. And
like you
and
can
my
eat
change.
It right now.
Yeah. Just give it to me at the commercial.
Then there's that fear that you'll say, why didn't you give it to me? I was
no, here's the fear. He won't then on the commercial he forgets to bring it in.
It's true.
If I don't do it now, I'll forget. All right, here we go. Back to Jean Harris.
Honestly, we don't have to pay this.
Yes, no collect calls. They've got an 800 number. They're fine.
Good. Everyone laugh it up. Dr. Tarnower is in the grave, and you're laughing it up. 800 number. Dr. Tarnower don't even know what an 800 number is. He died before they even had him.
Hi is not getting the joke.
Yeah, Hyman Tarnower. Could have been living a full and productive life.
Yeah, he had young girls he was waiting to see. Life was good.
Yeah, she didn't like it. She looked like an old horse. And he wanted to put her out to pasture, and she couldn't handle it.
Hello, Paul in California. You're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Gene.
Hi.
Hi, Gene.
Let me say you look very good.
Thank you.
I called to get your thoughts on Howard Stern's penis.
Isn't that strange what happens all the time?
All right, let's take another one.
Isn't that strange? What, my penis, or that happens?
No, that you shoot people when you're trying to shoot yourself.
No, that's the strangest of all. Yeah, how'd you make that move? Oh, but High came over and wrestled the gun away, and I shot him, twice?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, at least.
Here's the King of Cable calls the Tom Snyder Show with the chairman of the NAACP.
Hello there. I can just guess.
This is the guy who has those problems with the sexual harassment now? Is that
Maybe.
the same guy?
Let's see.
All right, joining us on the toll-free exchange, here is Leroy in Washington, D.C. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Leroy. How are you?
For you, I'm doing pretty good. My question is, why is it 3 out of 4 people in prison are black and they dig Howard Stern?
Well, Howard Stern cuts across all boundaries. You know, he is the one unifier in our society. We will continue with Dr. Gibson, who's chairman of the NAACP, and with Dr. Chavis, its executive director, and point towards the march at Washington coming up this Saturday. We'll be right back from Burbank and your.
All right.
I guess you'd have to see their faces because Tom wasn't going to give them a chance to respond.
All right, here's King of Cable calling in a black public affairs show.
Okay, back to the telephone. You're on the air, caller. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Pretty good.
I enjoy niggas things. I'd like to know what herbs and spices affect the way that we think of Howard Stern and Baba Booey.
Yes, that is one of my favorite callers. He is the Howard Stern fanatic who calls Evening Exchange every evening. As a matter of fact, we might be able to think of a few herbs that can help you cure some of the mental problems that you clearly have at this point.
Okay, what else you got?
We'll go with a little.
Mrs. Ponce to the phone.
Black entertainment television.
Are you doing a black thing?
Yeah, I figured.
All right. I like everyone's black. You know, hello there.
Yeah.
Basically getting anything working.
We have a caller. Caller, are you there? Hello.
Imagine a whole black channel.
What's your question?
Hello?
Hello, what's your question?
Yes, what do you think of Howard Stern's ass?
Okay.
Give me
This is the value this show.
What was she saying?
It's a value system. Something I don't know. Ponce to the phone cable show.
He uses clips of you to speak to somebody.
Oh yeah, he's pretty brilliant at this. He can actually use tapes of our show and play them, so it sounds like I'm talking.
Ask a question.
This is pretty brilliant.
Hi, who's this?
Howard Stern.
Yes, Howard Stern.
How is Robin Quivers like Los Angeles?
She likes it very fine. Thank you very much.
They're both waiting for the big one?
The big one what? The big one?
Shut up, I wasn't talking to you.
Sorry, I guess you're talking to Howard Stern.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of everybody.
All right.
I don't know what that was.
The guy seemed to be playing along.
Yeah, he seemed to be like doing a bit.
There's a similar one using Jackie sounds.
Okay.
Jackie, how are you, Jackie?
I just want to apologize to my wife, Nancy, for the Jessica Hahn bathtub incident. It's stupid, and I'll never do anything like that again.
We don't know what that was.
No idea. He was apologizing to somebody or something else. God bless you, and you've apologized. I feel good about that.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, you know something? Apologies are a very important thing to do. You know what? We should have a whole night for that some night, where people can call up and just tell other people they're sorry about stupid things they've done.
Oh, man.
It's pretty funny.
Gave him an idea, Jack.
I would just like to apologize to my wife, Nancy.
Isn't that beautiful?
There's Tom Snyder with Peter Arnett.
I might need to hear that again.
That was great.
Yeah, I might need to hear that again.
Jackie, how are you, Jackie?
I just want to apologize to my wife, Nancy, for the Jessica Hahn bathtub incident. It's stupid, and I'll never do anything like that again.
We don't know what that was.
No idea. He was apologizing to somebody or something else. God bless you, and you've apologized. I feel good about it.
Oh, man.
Was that like a religious show?
I don't know. But it felt good to get it off his chest. Who's this, King of Cable? Tom Snyder with...
Peter Arnett.
All right.
That's one of those correspondents who became very famous during the Gulf War.
Here is Bart, Montclair, Virginia. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I enjoy your show a lot.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Hi, Peter. When you are reporting overseas, do the natives of the country treat you as well as Howard Stern?
Oh, please. Another Howard Stern call. First one, and by the way, in 3 weeks.
Give me one more.
Ponce de la phone calls a local TV show during the L.A. riots.
All right. Some of these are better than others, obviously.
Let's go right to the phones. Juan from Pasadena. Thanks for holding on.
Yeah, man, I was a looter during the riots, and I'm also a gang member.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah. So what do you want to say?
Well, I don't like the way you've been talking about me and my other gang members.
So how should I talk to you? It's talk about you and your other gang members.
They were great.
You're great.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm also, I'm glad that Danny got his head kicked in.
Well, good for you, Juan.
Yeah, you know, during the riots, I got a nice TV.
Well, I'm proud of you, Juan.
You know why?
I really don't care.
So I can see Howard Stern on E.
Okay. Let's go.
Why? It's all upset. The guy finally calls in. It's a good phone caller. The guy's been in a riot. He's proud of his looting. Instead of interviewing him, he's like, oh, man.
Yeah, he wants to get him off the phone.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you. Yeah, he might be real. You might have hit a gold mine there. Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay, Juan.
Yeah, are you keeping track of which ones I do?
Yeah.
All right.
No,
the ones I have here.
Because a lot of times he hands them to me, and I know we've played these before.
How would I get them back?
I don't know, but some of them we have played before.
None of the ones we played now we have played before.
Yes,
yeah, we have.
Which?
There was one
there's two.
back. I know for sure we've played before.
This is a show devoted to everything we've never gotten to.
Wait a second. Are you sure that we played them? Are you sure that you might not have heard them in the back office?
No.
We played it
here.
On the studio, on the air.
All right. Now, here's Ponce de la phone.
Calling a psychiatrist show.
Okay.
Fred. Hello, Fred.
Yes.
What system are you watching us on?
Salmons.
Salmons, okay. What can we do for you?
That's an important question. Guy calls up, sounds like he's suicidal. What cable system are you? You know, a little light chatter before. You know, a little chatter.
Just have to get a little paperwork out of the way.
Yeah, excuse me, what cable system are you... Dude, I'm on a ledge, okay? You're my last hope. What?
How many years of schooling?
Yeah, now, answer carefully. How many years of schooling did you complete? Not if you were in the 11th grade and dropped out.
Well, basically, I have the theme of your show, I have no hope.
Yeah, you have no hope?
I have no
Yeah, but what cable system are you watching?
That's what we want. We're doing fine.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, can you imagine?
I got a long list.
Okay, well, give us a short part of it.
Well,
nice guy.
Oh, man.
We don't have time for your problems. He's got to get to other calls.
But can you imagine just opening up the phones and saying, you know, the theme of the show today is no hope.
Yeah.
And the first thing he asks is, what cable system are you on?
Yeah, and then the guy goes, I've got a long list. And go, well, make it short, all right? I'm trying to do a show that's
This guy
entertaining.
must be good at what he does.
Yeah. He must whip you right into shape. It's like a drill sergeant.
My job, my girlfriend left me, my dog Ratzel ran away. Just one tragedy after another.
Right.
And I can't, you know, it's getting hard to deal with,
Well, maybe you're getting them all in one big bunch.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know, kind of in a way, that's kind of good. It's very depressing. But if you get it all over, you got a brand new start, no matter what you do.
Oh. Yeah, but it's like all at once. It's too much for me to handle.
What kind of work you do?
Well, it wasn't nothing big. I was just, worked at a car wash, but it was,
What would
loser. It was my living.
What would you like to do with your life, as Kat said?
I have no idea, and that's another problem I have right now. Did you get Howard Stern's new video? Howard Stern?
We've had some problem with the lines disconnecting.
I don't know.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you liar.
No, liar, pants on fire. Very good.
How can we have a trusting relationship if you're going to lie like that?
That they hang up on him. The caller should have just jumped off the roof. Can you make your list short? Your list of problems, please. Try to pick out the most recent ones. All right, let me take a break. And does that wrap it? I mean, I know we didn't get to all our tape. But
we still have a lot more tape, unless you want to read the Larry King transcript.
No, what else you got there?
Robin on Good Morning America. Stuttering John with Roseanne Barr, which we played but wanted to play again.
Yeah.
Larry King.
That's pretty funny, the Stuttering John and Roseanne, I think.
Did we play that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Larry King with Bob Costas, I think, talking about you. He talks about you a lot.
Yeah.
Phony phone call to Fred the Elephant Boy, king of all song parodies, pretends that he's gay.
Yeah, is it funny?
Yeah, there's one to Dominic Barber where King of all song parodies keeps offering him to pay him in food.
Does Elephant Boy fall for it?
No, I don't think so, not really.
No. Okay, no, forget it.
Some of Jackie's songs, Jackie's music.
What do you mean? What do you got?
New Jackie music?
It says Pillowcase. What's Pillowcase? Is that the name of your band or your album?
That was my college band.
Oh, I think we got these without Jackie knowing about them.
Oh, yeah. We never got to it.
Listen to this. Opening jokes and song, 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we got your tapes of your college band.
Not the king of brevity. Howard is Dracula, when you did that on your E! show.
Yeah.
Something with Jim Jensen, Channel 2 Reporters Roundtable with Jim Jensen.
Yeah, he went off on me, yeah. What else you got?
Billy West on The Tonight Show.
Yeah, we got to do that when Billy's here.
John Lennon Speaks from the Grave.
What's that?
Some guy just started talking as John Lennon, and we thought we were going to play it.
Yeah.
Bill Hicks phone call.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to play that because he died, and he was,
Oh, he actually died?
Yeah, he died a while ago.
And
He's like one of those comedians that was about to happen, and then he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Reicher Entertainment promo reel.
Oh, yeah, that's my film studio. Yeah, all right. Hey, you know what? I'll come back. I'll take some phone calls because we did enough tapes today. And then Robin will do the news, and we'll call it a day. We'll be back right after these words. All right. Robin, are you going to announce that the baseball strike has been settled?
Yes, Howard.
Oh, you are? All right. Good. Because a lot of people are going to want to hear about that. One phone call, then let's start the news. I'm on a schedule.
As soon as it's settled, I will announce it.
Right. You pick a city, Robin. You are the queen of the show. You pick the city where we will go to next. There is. Let me give you your choices.
Okay.
New York, Orlando, Cleveland, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Myrtle Beach, Dallas, El Paso, Albany.
We never go to San Jose, San Francisco.
Let me see that.
Is that on there?
New Orleans, Buffalo. Let's see. Rochester, KOME, San Jose. Yeah, the problem is, I don't know if they're... Someone's there.
See,
you know why?
Broadcasting at different times.
Yeah, and they don't give out the 1-800 number.
Oh, they don't?
No.
That's why we never go there. Okay.
Well, they're 3 hours behind, and they're probably listening to me ranting and raving about something right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to link up with them. But go ahead.
Let's see. Where shall we go then? How about New Orleans?
They're not listening either.
They're not?
No. They're on a time delay.
Okay. They are? I didn't realize that.
No, they don't give out that. You know what it is? We forget to give out all these numbers and stuff.
Well, then, how about Orlando, our newest market?
Orlando, you're on the air.
Howard, how you doing, man?
Hey, dude.
Hey, you were talking all these tapes and stuff. I'm going to turn my radio off. Hey, you're talking all these tapes and stuff. I was just wanted to tell you I did this thing last week. I called up this station that you're on down here. I'm in Orlando. You're on Real Radio down here. And there's a guy that comes on right after you.
Let's go to Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach, you're on the air.
This guy's
morning,
never
Howard.
getting this story
Hi.
out.
You know it was going to be a bad story,
Yeah,
too.
because he was taking so long to say it.
What's up?
Hey, yeah, what's going on with your Myrtle Beach trip? We're really glad to have you on the air down here and having.
I don't know. You know, Gary's trying. I could ask Gary. Gary's in charge of arranging our Myrtle Beach trip and the Howard Stern Golf Classic.
How are we going to do that with the television show as well? I was
They're going to go with us.
about that. Because we are planning to go to the trial in Cleveland.
They'll go with us.
And they'll just take cameras and
I guess.
follow us wherever we go?
I don't know. I don't ask questions.
Oh, I see.
I don't want to know.
I'm wondering about remote activity.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going to be on the E! Show tonight. I still got a really cool couple of things I haven't even been able to run. We got a whole bank of shows that we haven't been able to run because so many good things have been on there.
So many things have been happening. I've noticed.
Yeah, I got a lot of faxes on Tom Jones. Everybody dug that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen it because I don't get E! But that's what I'm working on with my computer. I'll be able to, in about 3 weeks, I'll be able to sit at my computer and watch them edit the show. Isn't that cool?
Even though you won't be there?
Yeah.
You'd be taping a movie.
No, I don't need to be there. I can just watch what's going on. In other words, I will have a window.
No, I meant you won't be at your computer.
No, I got to be at the computer. So when I'm sitting there, I can watch what's going on. I can just have that in a little box on a screen. I can watch what's going on, and I can still type into my documents. In fact, I can type them a document while I'm watching them, or I could send them video and send them pictures. How cool is that?
That's very nice.
Teleconferencing.
You can't edit a show and type, too.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yep. I swear I can. I swear I'll videotape it for you and show it to you. I'll videotape me working. And then, you know what I just put in? I put in something called, I didn't put it in. IBM put it in. A PCTV on my computer.
That?
I love these computers. I'm sitting there typing a document, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a little TV screen on my computer that I can put anywhere on the computer. I can just move it around.
What do you mean it's a TV screen? It's television?
It's television. I can blow it up full size on my computer. You understand? I can blow it up full size like a regular television.
Right, everything right
Or I can shrink it down to any size I want and stick it anywhere on the screen I want.
Like a little picture-in-picture.
Yeah, and I can move it anywhere I want or make the picture-in-picture bigger, smaller, any size I want. I can make it a tenth bigger or 100 times bigger.
Can you change channels?
Yep. There's a little, there's actually a control switch on the computer. You change channels, adjust brightness.
And is that hooked into the cable line?
Yeah.
So you could watch a tape, obviously.
You could watch a tape, too. I could, and then, while I'm watching TV, let's say you're on TV, I could, not a tape, I'm watching Donahue.
Yeah.
I can hit a button and freeze frame the picture and take a snapshot of it and store the picture. How cool is that?
Now, when are you going to be doing all this stuff?
I don't have time. But I can do it. The idea is I could do it if I needed to.
The idea is that it's there.
That's it.
If you ever get a chance to sit down, you can do all this.
Yeah, so I finally hooked up IBM and the E! Network, and we're hooking up this whole edit bay situation.
No, you've been talking about that for a long time.
Yeah, well, I finally got it together.
When are you going to be able to do this?
In between writing my movie and...
No, I meant, when is it actually going to be ready?
About 3 weeks.
Just before...
we go on vacation.
No, just before shooting starts.
On my movie, where I'll never be home.
That's right.
But, no,
so then he'll have to get the movie company and IBM hooked up together so they can put a whole setup in his trailer.
I wonder when I shoot my movie, will I have a trailer?
That's what I'm saying. You got to have your IBM setup in your trailer.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm going to demand? I need a gym. You know, I hear that guys do that in movie sets.
Trainer.
I need a physical trainer. I have a physical trainer.
First, here's what you do. You have to have a chef.
24-hour masseuse.
Your physical trainer.
My physical trainer. I like that. Physical trainer. As opposed to my mental trainer. Yeah, I'm going to go for that.
Of course, Ralph will have to be there all the time.
Yes, Ralph. Just to sit there and annoy me.
Do you want a nursery on the set so you have your children close by?
Yeah. Well, I am breastfeeding, so. Yeah, I always like that when you turn on. I had a nursery. Well, how do you do it? How do you spend so much time making movies and see your children, too? I had them put in a nursery right on the set with a nanny, and I breastfed every time. It's like, whoa. I mean, what do they do? What do they install a city on these movie sets? No wonder movies cost $68 billion to make. Right. I need a trailer. I got to get a trailer for Ralph so he doesn't drive me bonkers. Separate trailers. Trailer. Yeah. Hey, anyway, you're on in Myrtle Beach, and yes, I know that there's something going on where we're planning a trip to Myrtle Beach, but, you know...
It's actually in the works. People are talking about it.
Well, where we run into problems is when we tell the radio stations, hey, you got to pay to fly us out there and stuff, so they start to freak and panic. I think they think...
We'll just come.
Yeah, I think they don't realize that someone has to pick up the tab. So that's when they start to panic. And they start screaming,
to have us there.
We're a little town. We're a little town. We don't have any money. Nobody has any money.
One more thing, Howard. That you guys got Bobby Bonilla plays for the Mets. I was wondering if you saw him go off last night when the guy asked him about the strike.
What did he do?
Oh, geez. This other black reporter was asking him about Bonilla stands to lose the most money. He's supposed to lose $31,000 a day as the strike goes on, and so this
I'd show up for work. Yeah,
kept asking him about it, right? And Bonilla just is like, he goes, "Listen, I'm trying to be nice to you. I told you to get out of here," and the guy just stands there with the mic
because he's hoping to get hit.
Yeah,
right.
And so, you're right.
Yeah,
and so Bonilla goes off, and then Bonilla's like, "Man, get the blank out of my face."
Yeah,
and he starts walking away, and the guy's like, "Is that okay? Is that your?" I guess that's your everyday language, huh, Bobby? That's the way you talk all the time to everybody. He's like, yeah, it is. And then he gets right in his face. He goes, you got a problem with that?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, he's like, you know, starting to get a little worried because Bonilla's right in his face. And he goes, no, but I got a problem if you hit me.
Yeah. He was asking for it. He wants to be hit.
Oh, yeah, he wanted to hit. He goes, and then Bonilla's like, well, and then he just starts going, he just starts, you know, yelling at him. And then,
yeah, that's a good question. How do you feel about losing $31,000 a day?
You feel?
Yeah, you tell me. I've been living in a ghetto my whole life. I'm finally making $31,000 a year, and I got to go on strike because some peckerhead wants the minimum wage.
Oh yeah, you could tell Bonilla was so rattled, and then like all the other players, like you know, started to come.
I feel very good. I feel very positive about losing $31,000 a year. You want to ask me another annoying question?
Yeah. What else did he want? What did he want him to say? You know, and it looks like the strike's going to go on forever.
That's cool. I love when those tapes, you know, and they have those tapes.
Oh,
and then the reporter stands there like so defiantly hoping to get hit so he could sue the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when they actually put it on TV, they say, look, I wasn't doing anything to him.
Yeah. And like the one guy, his one teammate comes, he like, you know, he puts his back right up against the camera, you know, because, I mean, it started really getting heavy. And the one guy's like, you know, come on, easy, Bob. You know, take it easy, Bobby. Take it easy, man. Don't worry about it.
Well, reporters now, they don't, like, normally you'd say, oh, man, this guy just doesn't want to talk. And now they all think they're Mike Wallace. They're going to keep the camera there no matter what.
And so the one guy, his one teammate, like, puts
and then
his back
if like the guy, if Bobby Bonilla had taken his hand and, like, smacked the camera, the guy would have gone, oh, my God, my eye hurts now. And
my camera's broken.
Yeah, it's all bull.
Oh, yeah. You got to check it out. It's really...
Bobby Bonilla should hire a homeless guy to come over and kick that guy's ass. You know what I mean? It should be like, you know,
a
special guy who has nothing to lose.
Sue him.
Yeah, go sue the homeless guy now. All right, man, thanks.
Okay, thanks, Howard.
Yeah, we don't have tape of that, but we'll try and get it.
Yeah, it's on, like, ESPN's playing it, like, every hour.
All right, thanks.
Okay, bye.
One last call. Los Angeles, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
By the way, thank you, Los Angeles, for another great set of ratings. Mark and Brian are now down to like number 9 in the market.
You're kidding.
Because they suck. Rick Dees is like number 7 or something.
Good old Rick.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
The comeback king.
Mark and Brian. Los Angeles getting very wise to that.
Howard.
Bunch of nitwits.
Howard.
Wannabe Howard Sterns. Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. How you doing this morning? Listen,
who cares? I don't want to talk about that. Guy using foul language on my show. You want to use foul language? That's That's for us to do, not you.
We know how to do it.
Yeah, we know how to do it. We know how to say PP instead of penis. PP. What's the big news story? What's the biggest one you got?
Oh, let's see. What's the biggest one? The baseball strike or Woodstock?
If you're on Woodstock, I have the schedule.
Good. I wanted to talk about who's on what day and what time and
who's on first.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll. Want to take a break and then we'll do it.
Take a break and then we'll come back and we'll talk about how Woodstock is all set up.
Okay.
What days are good?
Yeah. And how everybody looks like a douche in their tie-dye
and how
shirts.
There's going to be a Bethel 94 anyway. There's the alternative Woodstock.
Yeah, for losers. All right, we'll be back right after this. Jesus. I love you so much, Jesus. I'm sorry, Robin. I didn't realize we were on the air. I was just doing some private prayer.
Could you separate work and religion?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'll get back to you in a minute. Too bad baseball isn't continuing and Woodstock is on strike, but...
Like you care about the baseball.
Oh, it's going to kill me. Are you kidding?
I heard that this was one of the most exciting seasons we've had in years, and yet I was unaffected.
Yeah, and how am I going to have anal sex?
Oh. Huh?
I always have it to the baseball game. You know that.
I have no idea about...
It's the only way to get my woman involved in it. We turn on the game, and then... we just lay there.
Sleep and
yeah, she kind of gets like a little dizzy and
and you do it.
Wakes her right up.
But for a while you were trying to watch the games, but I guess you were waiting for playoffs or something.
No, I didn't even attempt to watch the game. I try to watch the football games at the beginning of the season, but I usually start getting into it about mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
Takes me a while. In baseball, I always get into it, the World Series, not even the playoffs. World Series. So I don't even care if they strike all the way up to the World Series.
Well, they might strike past it. The way it sounded yesterday with some of the sportscasters was we don't know if we'll ever see baseball again.
No. Sure we will, because we'll just watch minor league baseball and get used to it.
Well, they say the leverage that the players have is all that money that comes in from postseason play.
Right.
When you do a lot of television. So that's what they're holding over the owners' heads.
Right.
And that's why they decided to stop at this point. So that was what was looming in front of the owners. They really will want to settle before before they lose any opportunity to have playoffs and a World Series.
Yeah, all of baseball has to be restructured. I've talked about this a million times. It just has to be restructured. The owners have to get their act together. They've got to give it free enterprise. You can't control an industry.
Yeah, I heard one of the players say, I am an entertainer.
Right. Well,
and I
that's
don't see Jack Nicholson having to accept a salary cap when he wants to do a Batman movie.
And that's the exact reasoning I've always had. I don't look at these guys as in some sort of noble
endeavor.
They're not. When what's his name, the bald-headed basketball player says, "Well, there's a million of them," but
yeah, Michael Jordan.
No, the other guy, Charles Barkley. When he says, "I don't want to be a role model," he's right. These guys aren't role models, and they are entertainers. They are businessmen. They've taken their lives. They have a talent. They use it to entertain people. They're like monkeys in a circus. That's what they are.
They do tricks.
They do tricks. And like Jack Nicholson's a monkey in the circus. Like I'm a monkey in the circus. We are parlor jokes. We are entertainers that make you laugh. We're court jesters. That's why when you see a comic up on stage and you go, boy, I wish I could be that guy up on stage. But you really don't. Most guys are bringing their girlfriends or their gumadas to the comedy clubs and saying, hey, look at that monkey up there. Make me and my girlfriend laugh.
Yeah, and you get the right to throw something at him, interrupt him while he's trying to talk.
Yeah, and baseball players have a finite lifespan. And the way it is, the owners own the clubs, and they have a right to pay you whatever they want, and whatever you can get out of them, you have a right to try to take.
Did you notice the story that was hooked to the baseball strike story yesterday by almost every newscaster? And I know it was something that was planted in the minds of the news people by the owners.
Yeah, it's not the players, it's the fans that suffer.
Not the fans.
The children.
The little people who make their living off of baseball. The people who sell the hot dogs.
Yeah.
The people who own a business right near the stadium. The people who
I saw that.
wait every year for the season to start in order to make their money in concessions, T-shirts.
Well,
these are the people who will really suffer.
And these are the people who don't pay anything in taxes, probably, and don't. That's another thing. Those little hot dog guys. Why my taxes are so high? Because none of these guys have to pay any. Ski bozers, I could care less about them.
I said if the owners care so much about those people, give them some money.
Yeah.
Since they're going to lose money during this time. They've got plenty of it. They don't care. That's just to get your sympathy and make you angry at the players.
That hot dog guy ought to kick in a few bucks to the players, too, if he's making money.
It was pretty funny, though, because everybody did the same story. Yes, this guy sells hot dogs.
Yeah.
And another guy, I've got the T-shirt concession, and this is the Yankees' best year.
Great. Well, then tell the owners to wise up and stop pretending like these players are some kind of slaves.
Well, the other thing that people don't consider is the owner can own the team forever.
Yep.
It's the player who has a finite life as a player.
That's right.
He's got to make as much as he can in that playing period.
Right. And the owner, by the way, takes great risk. Let's not belittle the owner. The owner is a guy who puts up a lot of money for a franchise and doesn't always make money with it. There are teams that don't make money, but
you know what happens to those teams that don't make money? It's not like they have to go away. They go to another city where they can make money.
Right. And they do make money eventually. So believe me, those franchises cost a lot of money.
Yeah, if you don't support that team, believe me, they'll take it somewhere where people will.
Yep. All right, so now that we solved that problem, let me tell you what's on Woodstock.
Yes.
Do you want to know that?
I do, because Woodstock is this weekend.
All right, so they're having like a bunch of bands.
People are already starting to come, by the way.
Bands are already playing, like Friday they start playing at 11 a.m. And
you mean today?
Yeah. And they go off at 11:15, and it's a lot of crummy bands.
Oh, okay. Nothing I'm missing then.
You're missing a couple of good bands. Like you're missing like Wreck and Roguish, whoever that is. These sound like garage bands. Armament, Masters of None, Futu Futu. Sounds like a black group or something they have to get on just to show that they have some black people there. Abba Rage, Lunch Meat, Paul Luke Band.
Are you making this up?
No. Goat, Orleans.
Obviously, these are bands that are all going to be big later on.
Yeah, Blues Traveler. That's that band of like real old guys.
Blues Travelers, yeah. They're the guys that everybody's always talking about how great they are.
But nobody likes them. Yeah, but they suck. All the reporters always go like, these are the guys who are playing real blues, but no one cares.
They're really, really good.
Yeah, but they suck. Jackal. Then, like, later in the show, they start getting some good bands like King's X's tonight. Collective Soul is pretty good. Candlebox is real good.
I think it's going to be on MTV.
Yeah, is that on MTV?
That's what I was reading.
Okay, but mostly there's like three almost good bands.
Yeah, and they'll be on later.
The Candlebox being the best one out of them, and King's X. And Saturday they got some cool bands. They evidently got like two stages. They got a north stage and a south stage. So while one band is setting up, the other band could be playing. So on the north stage is Joe Cocker, Blind Melon. Those guys are pretty good. Cypress Hill, they're pretty good. If they don't let them, go on too long, 2 songs, and let them do Insane in the Membrane, and that's enough. Insane in the Membrane. Insane in the Brain. Those are white rappers, but it's a good song because they sound black. And then the Rollins Band, which is that guy yelling and screaming into the microphone, but he sucks because he looks like your gym teacher. I am a liar. You know that song?
Yeah, I'm a liar.
Fred, do that. I'm a liar. You want to know me? Yeah, I'm a liar. Ah! Yeah, that song.
Yeah, he starts talking to this girl about I'm gonna tell you all this, and why is it? Because I'm a liar.
And it starts out real mellow. It's like, well, I'll point to you for when your part comes in, but I go. I like to see people walking along, and there they are, so beautiful, and they look great, and but I'm a liar! You believe me, sucker! Sucker! Yeah, jerk! Yeah, it's like Kinnison.
Yeah.
All right.
Jackie Duck.
So it's, but that's the only song he does that's popular.
Right, that's the only one I know.
Hopefully that's all he'll do, but I got a feeling he's going to go on for a while.
Extended set.
See, that's the problem with Woodstock. You know, you're trapped with some imbecile on stage that does one good song, and so he gets invited to Woodstock.
Yeah.
Like Joe Cocker I could get into, as long as he doesn't do too many songs.
Hits.
Blind Melon, let them do their hit. Cypress Hill, let them do their hit. This whole Woodstock could be over in 20 minutes if I did it. Because, like, I've listened to this whole Cypress Hill album. They've got, like, one or two good songs on there. Same with, like, Blind Melon. Henry Rollins has one decent song. And Melissa Etheridge is good just to goof on.
She's great.
Is she?
She's great. She's a great singer.
I wouldn't know her if a bus hit me in the face.
Oh, man. Liza said it the other day. She's one of the best singers around.
Who said that?
Liza Minnelli.
Oh, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. They can go for a while. They got all their good hits.
Sure.
9 Inch Nails, which is one of the best new bands around. They could do a lot of songs because that whole album is good.
Absolutely.
Metallica, they could just, as far as I'm concerned, play that entire last album they put out, and I would be satisfied.
They have too much to play.
And then Aerosmith, which, of course, will close off the night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the problem. That sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But in between those bands, on the South Stage...
Oh, that was only the North Stage.
Yeah, on the South Stage is the Cranberries. What song do they do? I know they do a song. Zucchero, UC and Dior, the band. Oh, the band, you know. Up on Cripple Creek. That could be okay. But it's not even the band because it's not that guy.
They don't have Robbie Robertson or the other guy who hung himself.
Well, he couldn't make it.
Yeah, you can't blame him for that. What is it?
No, did you want to know what song the Cranberries do?
Yeah, what do they do?
You have to let it linger. You know the song? Do you have
still don't know.
Do you have to let it linger? You know? You don't know it?
Yeah, no. Well, sing more of it. Do you have to let it linger? Do you know it? Do you have to let it linger?
That's the only part.
Well, then what good are you? I don't know it from that.
It's like two chicks singing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Two chicks, man?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have... Does it go like this? Do you have to let it linger?
Yeah.
Oh, that's that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it.
You're such a
That's it, man. Boy, I gave him the chorus.
Jackie just smacked him in the head.
Felt like a chicken.
That chicken's laughing at you.
No, you're good. You make chickens laugh.
All right, Zucchero, Yasuin. Who is Yasau Ndiar?
Never heard of him.
Ungawa.
Then the band, which is cool. I could get into like a couple of those old songs. Up on Cripple Creek, you send me, yeah.
Shape I'm in.
Ooh, the shape I'm in.
And you would look at them. Look at the shape they're in. Now they should be singing that.
Yeah. And Primus. You know I like them, but nobody else does. Salt and Pepper. They're okay.
Good to look at.
Yeah, and they'll slither around on stage. That'll be fun.
They'll have belly shirts.
Belly shirts.
All right, so Saturday looks good, but Sunday's the day I don't get.
What is on Sunday?
Sisters of Glory, featuring Thelma Houston and Mavis Staples.
And I think that's the band that Baba Booey said Phoebe Snow is in.
Yeah, I think that's the obligatory. Let's get some old black women on.
And let them sing that gospel-oriented rhythm and blues.
Yeah. That's the obligatory. Put them on first.
These are all
on
our
Sunday
backup
morning.
singers.
Yeah.
Let them sing.
Put a bunch of heavy-set backup singers on, first, and everyone will think it's
they're
cool.
the ones who can really sing. So
and they could be the surprise breakout of Woodstock. They'll do 2 songs. Everyone will clap out of respect because they're black and they're fat. And,
but they do sing well, too.
Right. But all the white kids will get into it because,
oh, man, this is authentic music.
Yeah, man. Look, they're fat and black. We better applaud.
Cool. They're really good, but they don't have an album.
Yeah.
No contract.
This is a real Woodstock moment, man, but I can't share it because I have to go over to the Champagne Brunch booth over there for $27.95.
And I'll check out the computer.
I think I'm going to go check out the interactive games now.
Yeah, man. I dig fat black women who are backup singers, but that's what they ought to call the group, fat black women who are backup singers, so that the white kids know what to do during it.
Oh, dear.
And somebody called Womad, featuring Zalem, Xalem, and Hassan Hakuman.
Oh, that was what Gary was saying. That's Peter Gabriel's black guys.
And you mean, like, he can't even put himself in. He's in part of Womad. Like, he's so cool that he hangs out with black guys. He features the black guys, and he'll be there just standing there.
Yeah.
But they have him listed later on as being there.
All right, he's going to do his own stuff later.
Look how cool Peter Gabriel is. He's with black guys whose names begin with X. Hey, I wonder how he met them. Yeah, they held him up.
Oh, Jackie.
Here's my wallet, and you want to play Woodstock?
No, you know, like, Peter Gabriel's a white guy who really, like, wants to be cool.
Uh-huh.
You know, so it's like, I have to be, like, hook up with some really radical-looking black guys and show, like, how I hang out with black guys. I know that's exactly what's going on.
It's like Paul Simon.
Yeah, but he didn't even get cool black guys, Paul Simon. Paul Simon's such a nitwit that he didn't even get cool black guys. He got, like, real Africans. He didn't get dangerous-looking black guys.
Gabriel's guy?
Yeah, but he's got dangerous-looking Africans.
I've never seen them. I don't know.
I've seen them. Wait, you'll see.
They have blowguns.
Yeah, they're really dark skin, big full lips, and, like, blowguns.
Full African garb.
Yeah.
Tribal garb.
Yeah, and that's like his way of showing respect to the black man. Of course, after the gig, he just goes back and has sex with different starlets.
Right, they don't actually get to hang out with him backstage.
Yeah, while the black guys just walk around and nobody talks to him. And
where do we go now, man?
Yeah, walking around, and they all probably walk around in authentic African garb, looking for somebody to talk to.
Wearing zebra.
Yeah. Then it's, so like if you notice, on Sunday, they put the two obligatory backup black women and
very
black
early
men. Yeah,
well.
early, yeah.
FBB.
And once that's over, and I guess John Scher has to go to him and say, "Oh, can you just do like one song?" You know, I know you.
Not
I know.
Extended, you know,
yeah.
when I tell you to get off, get off.
I know most of your songs are like 9 minutes long because you're beating on congas and stuff. Could you just limit it to 3 minutes?
In fact, during the negotiations, and when Peter Gabriel and all the other guys said, we got to have these guys on too.
Yeah.
John said, "Oh, did we have to?"
Yeah, right. Like, can't we just let's have all white people? You know, and blacks like salt and pepper. All right, but it's very. It's like at a Woodstock thing. You have to have like black people who are
Woodstock.
They're black people who don't sell any record. Nobody wants to see them, but you got to like show them to show how cool you are.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's there. You're done with that. If you don't wake up that early,
you can miss all that.
You can miss all that. And if you're actually at Woodstock, you can go to the the brunch buffet that's offered in one of the booths.
Or do the interactive game thing.
Yeah, or go to the mall they're setting up.
Look, Indian jewelry.
Learn about Greenpeace or something.
You'll see, like, in the middle of WOMAD's set, like, John Scher will come out and start removing the drums.
Yeah.
That's why he's so short. It's from black guys just pounding on his head.
Okay, that's it.
All right, we're done now.
Thank you. Good night.
All right, we're in a commercial now. You can go now. We have to clear the way for some random people. We have to get Porno for Pyros in there. All right, then...
Yeah, so you haven't mentioned Porno for Pyros. They must be Sunday.
Well, yeah, you got... and then you got Arrested Development, which is black guys.
Black rapper group,
Yeah, but they're, like, weird. They have, like, their whole family on stage.
I don't know who's in the band and who's not.
Yeah, there's, like, an old... Arrested Development isn't that band with the old man?
Yeah.
He's real wacky.
Walks around goofing and making faces.
And smoking a corncob pipe on stage?
Yeah.
Pappy Yoakum.
Yeah, he looks like Pappy Yoakum. And he's like somebody's father in the group, but they just have him walk. You can tell he's completely out of control.
Is he really somebody's father?
That's what I think, but he's like completely out of control. And then they got like this big fat black woman in African garb who like insists on showing her belly. But they all walk around the stage like it's their home. It's like a little commune of artists. And the old guy...
In fact, you could walk up on that stage and nobody would know you weren't in the band.
Right. And the old guy doesn't sing or write anything. He's just like a guy who hangs out with a corncob pipe.
He's atmosphere.
Yeah, he's atmosphere.
Window dressing.
He's a go-go dancer. It's weird. And he walks around and he sneers at the guy who's rapping.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's this? But you idiot." It's really weird.
So visually, they're fun to watch.
Yeah, they're fun. I dig them. Not for what they sing, but for like what's the action on the stage. And the guy wears like Hulk pants, like they're all cut off.
They're all cut off, and he's got the African shirt on.
Yeah, and everyone wears African hats. Like everyone's in Africa.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in Africa.
Bone necklaces or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then African woman walks around, never sings or anything. She just like.
Well, the black one with the blonde afro.
Yeah, she walks around in bare feet and dances African dances.
Yeah.
And she like starts shaking like. It's like the Zimbabwe hee-haw. It's weird.
They have some melody, though.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, they got people who can actually sing.
Yeah. There's one black guy who sings pretty good, and
a black woman.
Yeah, except all the ones that can't sing stay on stage and sneer at him
and dance around.
The old guy gets puzzled. Like one time I saw them being interviewed on MTV, and the old guy, like the black guy, was saying, and like we are into like a whole collective thing, man, because it's the family and we're trying to show the black unity. And the old guy is just like staring at him, making faces, like he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I've never figured out quite what he's there for.
Well, it's like they bring their own critic or something. You know what I mean? It's like he's criticizing them while they're performing. It's kind of a cool idea. Okay, so then you got, let's see if there's any more blacks. Let's see, WOMAD. Okay, now we get into some white people. So then they bring out the Allman Brothers Band, which I could take a walk during that. Greg Allman's still dreaming of greatness when his brother was alive. Traffic.
Yeah, I was shocked to see that name there.
Did they play the first one?
I don't know. Every one of their songs 15 minutes. And the low spark of high heeled boys. Yeah, could you drag out the word boys more? I hate Traffic.
Traffic was a great band.
I had John Barleycorn Mustache. I bought that album. I thought it was cool. And these three men went into the woods, and John Barleycorn must die.
Does that have Rainmaker on it?
Yeah, Rainmaker.
Hey, where's that record? I gotta play that.
Rainmaker. Make me some rain
tonight. Throw them off the stage. Traffic. Boom. They should just do all of John Barleycorn Mustache. Give me some more Traffic, because this is just one song.
This is like their best of collection right
here.
All
right, that'll do.
Yeah, that's got to be all that stuff anyway.
The best of Traffic. Stevie Winwood.
Everyone will be in traffic leaving.
Yeah. That's because they cause traffic jams. Everyone leaves the concert.
Yeah, let's hope they get stuck in traffic.
See, did they give you any words? I hate when they don't give you the words. I want to sing.
Not on the best of, probably. You're supposed to know those already.
Here's the song I hate the most from Traffic.
Let me hear this.
This is the most hated. Oh, you think this has lyrics? Put your toes.
Let's see, which one would you hate the most?
I hate Smiling Phases. And I thought we saw it was Smiling Phases. It's Phases. Phases. Isn't that a flute? You want to choke? Let's see. Isn't the background vocal a little loud? But you'll know it right now. It is. Smiling Phases. You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, Looks what Pierce did a version of that.
Yeah.
That would be obnoxious.
Yeah, you know.
Maybe I just sort of blanked that out completely.
Smart woman. Suddenly I missed the Bo Brummels. Where are those two Traffic albums you just gave me?
I put them right up there.
Where'd you put them?
I think they're kind of like...
Oh, okay.
What have you got there?
What kind of crap? We should go back to records. See, if I had, do you have any Traffic records that I can actually get my hands on the song? I mean, it's like the CD really bums me out because you could.
Yeah, we could jump right to the middle where the good stuff is because they intro forever.
Yeah, I'm into records. Ah, lady. Me made quivers.
What makes you want to drink out of a metal cup?
Come with me, I make you the Duchess of Yorkie. the Dutchie. You be the Dutchie Quivers. Ah, come join me and my posse.
This should keep you
this is cool.
There you go.
Right.
My horse is wearing a skirt.
Yeah. Put this cone on your head and be me lady. Arr. 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 Eat up all the gruel. Here you go. Hey. Rainmaker.
Oh, I love that.
Cool. Who's he, Jethro Tull?
Yeah, you want to hit him.
Put the flute away, man. It's supposed to be rock and roll.
Beat him with the flute.
Dick. Rainmaker, rainmaker. Rainmaker, rainmaker. Rainmaker, rainmaker. Rainmaker, rainmaker. Make me rain. More flute.
Yeah.
And this one drones on for about 9 minutes.
Everything's a dirge.
Please at the use of the voice ability.
Light up or leave me alone. Everyone thought that was cool.
Yeah. Either light up or leave me alone.
Either light up or leave... And it's got bongos in it, I think. They went from flute to bongo.
They have rebop guacaba.
Yeah, more guys getting black guys, so they'll be cool. Yeah, and here's... You notice on the back cover, they always had that... There's the black guy.
Yeah.
Rebop guacaba.
Up front. Get up front.
Rebub. No white guy could play bongos.
Play the conkadoo.
I hear at Woodstock, Traffic's going to actually get that black guy with him to play John Cher's head as the bongo. Be like, it'll be like... Yeah, light up or leave me alone. Don't bum me out.
But, you know, nobody was asking for Traffic to reunite.
Yeah, there's a big demand.
Go play in Traffic.
Cool.
Now, who else is going to be at Woodstock? We can't do Traffic all day.
Oh, come on.
It's 10 o'clock.
Wait. Wait a second. Look at this. One-sided album, 3 songs. Glad is 6 minutes. John Barleycorn said, Glad is 6 minutes and 32 seconds. Freedom Rider is 6:20, and Empty Pages is 4:47. Whole side. And the flip side is 3 songs too.
Oh man. They just didn't write a lot.
Yeah. John Barleycorn.
I forget. I always forget that song.
Hold on. I'll help you remember it. John Barley. Oh, this is in a till they came and and the only words I knew were John Barleycorn must die, but you gotta wait 10 hours for him to say it. Higher than the sun and the night. Bunch of Pilgrim music. Discovering America music.
No, I think that was Shakespearean music.
Yeah.
Let's be in a traveling troupe.
Come on, matey. Traffic. We're cool.
Stand on the missing mast.
Let's put on velour shirts and play some jousting music.
Hey, Captain.
All right. I'll tell you who else is at Woodstock when we return.
Okay.
All right. Oh, good. I like me the best. All right. All right, now finishing up the lineup of Woodstock. Where's Robin? Is she still doing the Robin Quivers show out in the hall still? Oh, okay. Good. All right, so finishing up the lineup, we have So now I found out where you go during the commercials.
I'm entertaining.
You do a Robin Quivers show out in the hall.
Oh, very funny.
Are you
very
eating?
Funny.
She does a whole Robin show out in the hall. What do you have, like a congregation of about 5 or 6 people out there?
No. See, and on one of the halls.
Hello, welcome to the Robin Quivers show. You got a whole thing going on out there.
I stopped out there to get a little snack.
Who was that out there with you? Who was your guest? RuPaul?
RuPaul. Well, it was Paul. I don't know how Rue he is.
No, I don't mean just Paul. I don't know. I don't know what was going on out there. Robin doing a whole show.
People stop by and just have a little chit-chat. What's the big deal?
It's like the Merv Griffin show out there. You need a couch. You want to get a couch. And then
I'm paneling.
Okay, here we go. I'm paneling. What?
My guest in the hall today is Paul.
Today we're talking cats. Now, somebody stopped by to tell me a cat story.
Yeah, I know. Everyone, but they always play to your interest.
Well, what else are they going to talk to me about? Their interest? I'm not interested.
And do you respond by telling them a story about your cats?
Sure.
Right. And then it gets into a whole big thing. What?
My feigned interest.
You know what I did during the commercial? I actually walked. Usually I just stay in here. But I walked over to the men's room and I walked in and I went, it just hit me in the face. I went, oh, what a stink.
See?
And then I realized someone was still in the stall.
Oh, who
no,
was
it wasn't Jack. I don't know. They didn't say anything.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, I probably embarrassed somebody. I don't know, but he stayed quiet. I thought that it was just like the smell.
Did you check out the shoes to see if you recognized them later on?
It was a pair of brown shoes, but I don't know who they belonged to. They were not like one of our guys because it was like dress shoes. It must have been one of the sales guys. Because I went, poo, courtesy flush. Whoa, I mean, and then I realized.
Yeah, see, you forget it. At this time of the day, other people are here.
Yeah, I know.
People who work with the show.
I know. I could recognize the shoes. I could pick them out in a lineup.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, we ought to get some people and see if you can tell.
Hey, ask Gary if he can find out who the culprit was in there and ask him to line up the shoes and see if I can pick out. Have 5 people come in and see if I can pick out who it was. Jackie, go ahead, ask him.
Because I like to do that. I always look at the shoes and see if I can
Let's see if I can identify it
later on.
Yeah, don't tell me who really did it until the end. Okay,
Well, the mystery stinker, please step forward.
All right, so here's the rest of the acts you want to know on Sunday. After Traffic, Spin Doctors, who we like. Porno for Pyros, who I love.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't show up today and they were supposed to.
Oh, well.
Dinks.
See, I don't feel so bad. I wasn't expecting anything today.
I got 3 guys.
You got 3 guys right now? All right, hold on, Robin.
One
do
of
a little
these
test.
is actually the culprit, huh?
All right, there are 3 people walking in. Don't smile, don't do anything.
And all just stand
And I walked in. It was very embarrassing. I said, wow, it really stinks. One of these gentlemen was doing it. I will look at the shoes and see if I can identify who it is. Now, standing over here is Ed Moyer, our illustrious sales manager, probably the greatest sales manager in the country.
In radio, anyway.
And 2 other guys. Okay, let's see. All right, let me see your shoes.
Pick your shoe up for a second, maybe, because he can't lift his leg.
It wasn't Ed.
No.
Let me see your shoe. Hold it up. Let me see yours, John. You see, I remember them being brown like that, but I also remember them looking like John's shoe. But I'm going to say it was Bachelor number 2.
Bingo.
Right? I knew it. I picked them out. Wow. See how I told you? You see, police lineups work. Thanks, guys. Want to announce your name to the crowd?
Yeah, I'm Doug.
This is Doug.
With E.
Oh, is that where you're from, Doug?
Yeah.
What do you do?
For the show.
He walks around with a handheld camera right now.
Oh, you're my associate producer?
Yeah.
I knew that.
But let me tell you something.
Yeah. I walked into the can. I guess I embarrassed you, huh?
Yeah, well, let me tell you. I was just sitting down right when you got in.
Really?
It was a foul stench.
Oh, it was someone else.
Yeah, they always say that.
Yeah,
It's never the
That's what
person
Jackie always says.
I didn't even go yet. That place stunk already.
I would gladly claim it if it was mine, but it was.
You said, all of a sudden I walk in and I go to Gary, whoa, it stinks in here. I mean, it really stunk. So, and then I look under one of the stools, I realize, oh my God, the guy who's in the middle of doing it is in
right
there.
there.
And that's really sad.
Yeah, and you know what was really funny, too? I mean, he must have been a little guilty because he was making a phone call in the Jock Lounge, and he had the radio turned up loud and heard you saying, who did it? I walked by, and I looked at his shoes.
Yeah, I was about to close the door.
And I said, was it you? And he just looked at me seriousness, and he goes, yeah.
Well, anyway,
just know that everybody looks under the stall to see what shoes are there.
Yeah, well, I looked under.
I was trying to prove.
And I saw the shoe, and I went, looks like a businessman. And I just said, it's probably some client that's here, and and he just couldn't hold it in any longer.
And you've embarrassed him.
Yeah, and it reeked, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to get out of here so the guy doesn't feel too bad. Because, he's doing his business where he's supposed to.
Right, you want to leave him in privacy.
Courtesy flush might be in order there, my man. But, all right. Well, at least you fessed up to your nastiness.
No problem.
You did your business. But isn't that great how I identified him?
I think it's wonderful, but everybody looks under the stall.
Look at those shoes.
Pieces of, the garbage.
All right, very nice. All right, you're mumbling now. I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. One word he said since he sat down.
Doug, you've got stage. You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Thank you, man. Good luck. Sorry I embarrassed you.
Hey, no problem.
Of course it's no problem.
It's human nature to check the feet under a stall.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a stall and somebody comes and sits next to you.
Yeah.
You look at their feet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what they're doing.
Pick them up out of a lineup. All right, anyway, here's the rest of the lineup for Woodstock, just so you know. The rest of the Sunday acts after traffic are Spin Doctors, Porno for Pyros, Bob Dylan droning on. I'm going to do my old songs, but I do them differently now. Hey, Mr. Timberine, was on for me. Now he speed reads through the songs. I don't know when that happened. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Peter Gabriel. Look at this.
What?
Oh, no. Green Day, they're cool. Paul Rogers. That's the guy from Bad Company, I think.
Oh.
Don't you know that you are a shooting star?
I could do without that.
What's he doing?
This last album was some sort of a weird blues experiment.
Yeah, that's good. That's what everyone wants to hear him do.
He was doing he had some really good guitar player, and he was doing blues songs.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone would be really thrilled to hear that. That's a good time to go to the bathroom.
Like Muddy Waters and stuff.
Yeah, good idea, Paul. Really in touch with what people want. Guess you made so much money you don't care anymore.
You're indulging yourself.
Yeah, so now we have to all be bored.
Plus he hates you.
Who, Paul Rogers?
Yeah.
Who even knew that?
He came in here once. He didn't have a very good time.
Oh. Really? I don't remember him being here.
Him and the guy. What was it?
He's a twit.
What was the drummer from The Who?
Yeah,
Kenny Jones. They didn't have a good time.
Two boring guys.
Slash is playing with him, though.
Is he?
Yeah,
great.
Slash.
So Slash will have to sit in there and work with
him. If he ain't playing Guns N' Roses songs, I don't want to hear him.
Right. Put Axl Rose up there with him, and then I'm at Woodstock.
Is that band together anymore?
Yeah, I guess. Paul Rogers. The Neville brothers. That's the guy with the big...
No, the Neville brothers, not the Neville brothers.
Hello, we're the Neville brothers.
The Neville is one of those hotels.
Don't put down the Neville brothers. I'm a fan of theirs. The Neville brothers. And that's the guy with the big wart on his face.
Right.
Big black guy with a big black wart on his face.
I don't know if you call that a wart. That's almost another head.
Is that a wart? What is it technically? I mean, we goof about it, but what is it?
A birthmark?
A plant?
No, it's raised.
It's a plant.
It's got bas relief.
I think it's a wart. Believe it or not, it's a fungi.
We need definitions.
A doorknob.
Get the handle.
That guy's pretty good, though. I got to admit, I saw him live.
Great voice.
Yeah, he was good. Ave Maria.
So you got to be able to do all that stuff he does.
You got that? That's beautiful. You don't have that record?
No, we borrowed it from Ganji's mother.
No. The Aaron Neville singing that?
Yeah.
You didn't put it on tape for me?
No.
Oh, good. Thanks. That's good. I guess we never will play that.
Flop-up-lolly.
I would say that's a perfect time to play. Let me show a picture.
Jackie's only too happy to pass it over.
Here's a picture of Gary, my producer. Ave Maria.
It's a perfect caption. I'm not privy to that, Wolf.
Wait a second.
Wolf, I'm not privy to that.
Can I just do Can I do a quick impression?
Sure.
Just a quick impression. I make a mistake, and here's Jackie. Oh boy, he's so happy to hear that note. Comes to life.
Right.
Comes to life.
It's like Grandpappy Amos.
Craig, he's a picture.
He's Pepino.
Yeah, I just heard Baba Booey.
A picture of me fits perfect.
No, the caption fits perfect.
I'm not privy to this.
The second time today you tried to pawn that in there. You finally got it in.
Yeah.
I'm watching you, Motley.
Right, I will be in charge of this picture.
Give him to Fred.
Fred, you're in charge of the picture. I don't want to be part.
Why would this upset you?
Why does that upset you?
Why would that upset you?
Let me see.
Is this another one?
No, it's the same one.
Why does this upset you?
Oh, it's not like I cast you this one.
The picture of Gary as a horse.
Oh,
yeah, and it's not like Jackie was mean and passed me this.
See what he could do?
Oh, man.
That's hysterical. I love it, the little itty-bitty body.
Yeah, giant mouth. It's a picture of Gary with a huge mouth and a little tiny body.
Oh, man.
All right, I don't want to...
He's upset.
No, all right, take it easy. It's the weekend. You can think about it all weekend. All right, anyway.
Wait.
What was I why did you come in? Oh, Ave Maria. Tell me you didn't have it. Okay. All right, then Santana.
Oh, yeah, they're on late.
Yeah, you see, this is like a... Jimmy Cliff's Reggae All-Stars featuring Rita Marley.
Oh.
There's a lot of downtime here.
Reggae All-Stars is like mutually exclusive.
Yeah. And there's usually like 30 guys up there when the reggae bands come up.
Right.
It's always like tons of guys. And they're not making...
all of them have to get a chance to sing or do their thing.
Yeah, because none of them can agree who's the star.
Yeah.
So it's, look at even the name of the band. Jimmy Cliff's Reggae... Jimmy Cliff is dead. Jimmy Cliff's Reggae All-Stars featuring Rita Marley.
Jimmy's alive. Peter Tosh is dead.
Right. Oh, is he?
Yeah. But most of the good ones are dead.
Yeah. And, like, reggae was happening for, like, 5 minutes. Everyone got into it for, like, 2 seconds, and now no one's into it anymore, but they still insist on having them around because... it's kind of like...
It was an era.
We have
to, moment in music.
Yeah, so why not put disco bands up there?
You know what they do at those shows? They immediately, after the second...
And why does Santana always get invited? I mean, that is the worst music... Give me one of their records.
You want the live album?
Live, yeah.
Did they have a problem, time to fill or something?
Yeah, maybe that was it. You know what it is? Pay-per-view demanded X amount of hours of programming. I'd rather watch commercials than Santana.
Well, that's what I was thinking of when you were saying some of those groups. I said, it would be fine time for commercials, but this is not commercial television.
Yeah, well, I'll create my own commercials. I'll just stand there and go, okay, let's take a break. You got any Santana, or does Ganji's mother have it? Let me see. You got it on record? Record. I need a record.
You said the Woodstock.
I have a cassette about Maria Arneville.
Do you?
Yeah.
Let me hear that. Put it in. I have a cassette.
Please do this today. I would like to get through.
Oh, you're right. All right, so forget it.
Yeah, I mean, we already did an extended traffic set. We can't do all the music from Woodstock.
It was my Woodstock special.
I basically wanted to know who was going to be there.
Well,
I didn't want
learning.
this to last as long as the concert.
First, I'll start off with one of my long...
What's that?
That was Santana. I don't know how to play the tape recorder anyway.
I think you got to hit that one with the AD switch.
This one?
The top.
Yeah, we have such a complicated system here. It's not even funny. Is it playing? John, is it playing, or are you just like being
John's not even looking.
Is it going?
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
But it's not. We can't hear anything.
This system sucks.
We can't do
you
that.
get level from it.
Am I?
Where?
I guess.
There's no level here.
No, over here, but it's...
You're a dickhead. You don't even know how to work a cassette. You're stupid.
Okay, Ben.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron. There. Thank you, Gary. Gary's smarter than you.
Thank you, Gary.
Gary is smarter. That's the biggest insult I can say.
Ooh.
Now we got to queue up for 20 minutes.
It was queued up.
All right, forget it, guys.
Yeah.
According to John.
Oh, it's right there?
That's not it.
Does that sound like Ave Maria? Is that Ave Maria, Gary, or am I deaf?
It's right where John put it.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly where John... Right.
See, that's all the crap you got to sit through for the Neville brothers to hear them do one good song.
This is probably it. Howard, I can't find Santana.
up because I did have a question to ask you.
Well, there's also after Rita Marley and the reggae guys, Whirl a Girl and Ika Mouse.
Oh, boy.
They're reggae bands.
Yeah, like bad reggae late on Sunday night. They're just throwing them on.
Yeah.
I think so people can drive home.
And Peter Gabriel.
That's it? Okay.
Who sucks.
You know, I told you earlier about the ban on alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
So you're usually good at this. What are some good ways to get by the big search at the beginning when you're going in?
Well,
because I heard that some people were coming up and they were going to the site. I think they were trying to bury their drugs. So that
no, you don't have to do that.
I did.
Well, are there really dogs? Dogs are just patrolling the grounds. They're not do a body search?
They're not inside, but at the gate, that you have to extend your arms and do a whole body search, and then they look.
Oh, you can get right by
in anything that you're carrying.
First of all you got to do is if you take like a the most obvious thing is obviously like a perfume bottle or something like that, and you wrap it in a perfume case. You know, they're not going to sit there and unbottle 100,000 people Rasmus suit. Or the best thing that I've ever heard of, and is hash earrings.
I know a good way.
Yeah.
You take your, those big radios, like those boom boxes.
Yeah.
You take the batteries out, and you take your pot or drugs, and you put them in where the batteries go. And if you put them in one of those little vials that you get with film, and you put some coffee around it.
Yeah, people do that.
A little bag with coffee grounds.
What?
Apparently, one of our affiliates called from Albany and said that his girlfriend's there, and they're being very loose about the check.
Of course.
Yeah, they're not really checking.
I mean, nobody's busting people for marijuana. People.
But they were saying, it'll be a bummer, man, if you're bringing in contraband, because then you won't get into the concert.
No, big deal. What do I miss, a mall?
and as I said,
you need to be high during the Santana set.
Oh, please.
You know what I mean?
Don't you dare. Because I got to talk about Bethel 94. At the original site, those people who wanted to have a concert but couldn't figure out how to put it on, well, now for free, you can go up and see Richie Havens, Melanie, Country Joe and the Fish, I guess, Country Joe McDonald, and Canned Heat. They've all decided just to go up there anyway for free.
Well, I'm going to the country, got to get my way, playing to 7 people.
Yeah. Well, I saw Melanie on the news last night at Coney Island.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, Melanie was on stage at Coney Island singing, "Look What They've Done to My Song, Ma."
Look what they've done to my song, Ma. Is it son or song?
Song.
Oh. What did they do to her song?
I have no idea.
They don't play it anymore.
They don't play it, that's right.
Canned Heat was bad when they were good. Well, I'm going to the country. And the guy who sings that is dead.
Yes, so who's going to sing that?
I'll sing it. And I got to get away. And I'm going to the country. Got to get away. I think I'm gonna get away.
I even think I heard the name of John Sebastian, but I'm not sure.
I had a dream last night. That's going to be the depressing Woodstock. Depressed stock.
Yeah, these are the people who he just ran out of steam. They couldn't get to Woodstock.
What a lovely dream it was. I dreamt we all were all right in a lovely land like ours.
You know that famous picture where he's walking out of Woodstock and he's like, all right. Oh, and his 10 billion, imagine this. Yeah. He's walking out and making the same thing and it's done to
7 people. Far out. Far effing out. And he said the first time he was out there, there were millions of people and he was high on acid and he couldn't. Now he'll be like out there straight and he'll look out to enjoy himself and there'll be 6 people at that Bethel Woodstock.
Sleeping.
Yeah, right.
Soaring Woodstock.
He'll see Bucky snoring.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, Bucky, I had a dream last night.
Yeah, sing it personally.
Yeah, right. To each person in the audience.
In all the people that went to the original Woodstock are just so old, and all the coverage. Have you seen the people that are on the cover of the album now?
Yeah. I saw that in the news. Did you see that?
No.
You know the picture of the cover of the Woodstock album with those 2 hippies like in a blanket? They're wrapped up in a blanket. Now they're like 2 45, 50-year-old fat, like people, bald.
They're married.
Yeah, and they showed pictures of them now, and it's like, and they were like really young and muscular and really hippie looking and cool looking. Yeah. Everybody lets themselves go.
They took a picture of them hugging, trying to simulate that scene, which is just impossible.
I know.
They
had to get like 7 blankets.
They couldn't get their arms around each other.
It's really cool too. I don't understand why people get into their 40s and all of a sudden they have to look like they looked cool when they were young. Why can't they continue to look cool?
Because it didn't happen when they turned 40. They were letting themselves go all along.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to regroup at that point. All right, I got to go on.
Keep going.
O.J. Simpson. I'm not going to talk over this.
All right,
I'm not going to yell.
I understand. You want respect. All right, go
No,
ahead.
it's just that I'm not going to yell. You can play that if you want to.
I can play it, but you won't yell?
I'm not going to yell. I'll leave.
Can you yell over it? You would actually walk out if I played
it? No, because the show's over.
No, let me play this and I'll walk out. Go ahead. What else is in the news?
O.J. Simpson was biopsied yesterday. That's why he was taken to the hospital. They said he's had a growth under his arm for a few weeks now that didn't go away, and he was experiencing night sweats.
You know how he got that growth?
How?
He's been doing this. He's been putting his hand under his armpit and going like
You
this.
were going to say that. He's been making that noise. Well, why don't you stop that so you don't get one?
Right. I got a growth.
So they took him to the hospital to be biopsied yesterday. He was treated as an outpatient. He paid for his own deputies to accompany him so that he could see his own private doctor. He did not want to be treated like other criminals who are incarcerated. So he paid for his own treatment.
Wow. Boy, he's paying for everything. Might as well.
Everything's costing him money. But wouldn't it be horrible if O.J. found out he had cancer? They said it could be anything from nothing, it could be benign, to, sign of some really bad illness. He could actually have Hodgkin's disease or something.
We could hope he has cancer.
Make his sentence shorter.
I hope he doesn't have cancer, actually, because I don't want them to deny us the pleasure of killing him.
Meanwhile, the expert who's been brought in to pick the jury, help O.J. pick a jury that would be sympathetic to him.
Yeah.
One of the firms that used to work with her told people from the Post that probably the juror they're looking for is a black man who is opinionated, independent, articulate, and persuasive.
O.J. is innocent. But what
he has to be the kind of guy who's willing to state an unpopular opinion and be able to articulate it.
Well, pick anyone from New York. I'm reading.
What they're looking for.
I was reading the paper today. They were talking about the death of Yankel Rosenbaum here in New York. He was killed by a black mob, and they let the guy who killed him go. Listen to this. They had a suspect with a bloody knife in his pocket. He confessed, and the victim, Yankel Rosenbaum himself, identifies this guy as the killer.
That's not enough evidence. And
the jury, by the way, was 6 blacks and 4 Hispanics, with 2 whites, no Jews. They couldn't find reason to find him guilty.
Well, even in this O.J. case, they say all it takes is one person. If you can find one person who won't go along, O.J. gets off.
Robin, why would why would the prosecution allow a person who fits this profile you mentioned to sit on the jury?
Well, you only get a certain number
of jurors.
People you can throw out. Each group has a certain number that they can just X off.
Right.
And say, I don't want that person.
I see.
And then after that, you're sort of stuck with whoever passes a rigorous examination.
So all they got to do is get one black guy on there.
One black guy who can't be persuaded to go with the rest of the crowd.
Shouldn't be difficult. O.J., you'll be out for Christmas.
O.J. will be home.
You'll be out for Christmas. And you can kill more, because we'll keep finding people like that. Brain surgeons. If I see one more black person on TV screaming about their neighborhood and how there's too many criminals, I laugh every time I see it. The cops got to come get rid of these drug people. Got to get rid of them. Got to clean up the area. The cops are going to do that. And every time they come into your community, you start screaming that they're brutalizing you. So how can you win? And then when they take one of these drug dealers off the street, you can't find a jury to convict them. When did the country go completely haywire? Yeah, right. So forget it. It's lost cause. I say, I don't even watch the news anymore. I'm not watching the news anymore.
O.J. Simpson's wardrobe from the TV project Frogman is going to be on sale. The Valley Mayor's Fund for the Homeless in Sherwood Oaks, California, will be selling it. They originally were going to auction it off publicly, but now they've decided that would be in bad taste.
Yes.
So they will sell it, but a little more quietly.
He is the hottest star right now, O.J. So O.J. will get off. He'll be celebrating New Year's with Tony Katane. I predict.
I understand that the 2 children...
Oh, I'm so angry at everybody.
Whose father has committed to killing their mother...
Especially Fred.
And then running off with them to Jordan. Those children have been taken to King Hussein's palace.
What's wrong with these white women who marry these guys from Arab lands? Don't you know they have a whole different way of looking at the world? Over in those countries, you can kill your women. Even like in Brazil, you can kill your women. It's okay. They marry him. They're all like, ooh, it's so exciting. I'm like with Omar Sharif. Woo! Yentas. The husbands pick up when they get sick of you. They take the children off to Jordan. And if you don't like it, they'll kill you. I don't say every Arab guy.
I don't know that this was a situation where a white woman was married to an Arab guy.
Oh, come on. What was the situation? Tell me.
I think it was two Arabs.
Oh, that's different. That's their own business.
Well, anyway, the family of the mother would like the children brought back to the United States. However, King Hussein will keep them in the palace pending the outcome of a Jordanian trial.
King Hussein is such a nitwit. Don't you hate that guy? Looks like a Jerry Mahoney with that perfectly trimmed mustache. And I got to tell you something. Isn't he a genius? I will hold the children. We will decide who will get the children. The parents of the man who goes around murdering people, or the girl's parents? Tough decision. King insane. Insane in the Hussein.
The star of the Frasier Show, NBC's top-rated news show last year, Kelsey Grammer, didn't show up for work for the first 2 days.
That's another guy.
There is speculation that he's now holding out, as David Caruso did from NYPD Blue. He now wants to up his salary. They say he probably is making about $70,000 an episode.
Oh, put some coke in front of his dressing room. He'll be back.
And he probably is holding out for the $100,000 Caruso is asking for.
Isn't that the guy who was busted for coke?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. You know what to do. What's the matter? Get him hooked again. He'll be back.
They do say in the paper, however, that his lawyers or managers don't know anything about him holding out to try to get more money. They think he's probably a little sick or something.
He was legitimately sick, that's all. What is the problem?
Meanwhile, they have Jimmy Smith waiting in the wings to take over for David Caruso. In the paper today, in Neil Travis's New York, they say they expect Caruso to do a few episodes and then to be retired from the force. They won't kill him, just in case things don't work out for him and he wants to come back, or the TV ratings are so bad they have to go for that $100,000 to get him back. Nice position to be in.
Jimmy Smith's, that's some threat.
Well, there's a guy who learned his lesson. He walked away from L.A. Law thinking he'd have a movie career.
It's like saying to me, oh, they're going to bring in Larry King if you leave. Go ahead. And these guys are all nuts. Kelsey Grammer's lucky to have a hit show. He should just sit there and take it. Whatever he's got there.
Well, you make a contract, as you said.
Of course, he has a contract. If you have a contract, you have to honor it.
Here was a guy who came out of Cheers, was glad somebody wanted to do another project with him.
Yeah, and he was plenty nervous about it, too. Hey, let me tell you something. First of all, I thought that network was insane to even take a chance on this guy. But they did, and it paid off, and now he's a big shot. Listen, let me tell you something. Although he might have been legitimately sick, who knows? Who knows? But
but if he wasn't...
Here's the deal. Do you know the network rewarded this guy with some kind of fancy car? After he did... I mean, they didn't have to do that. They did it for him. It was very nice. He's got a contract.
But you know how all these guys are. He now, they're saying that he wants more recognition for how well Frasier performed its first year.
Please, he's getting too much recognition as it is. Who's next, Robin?
That's it. I'm done. You can turn your Gatling gun off.
That's it? You mean I don't get to fry anyone else?
No, you have to wait till...
I have to keep all this venom in until... I usually let me unload. All right. Very good, Robin. And I want you to have a lovely weekend, of course.
Thank you very much.
Very beautiful Robin Quivers, who celebrated a birthday this week. It was a very exciting week for her. We had many guests in to celebrate Robin's birthday.
Right. Almost didn't get a birthday present.
Oh, hey. You got a great birthday present from me. Look at Fred and Jackie.
A little late, but you did.
Worth waiting for.
You finally got it in here.
Very nice of you to acknowledge it. Anyway, Jackie Platinum Joke Page Martling, congratulations to you on your new 78-minute comedy CD. $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Price includes 20-page Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. Thursday night, Jackie, August 25th at the Rascals Comedy Club in West Orange, New Jersey. For info and dirty jokes, all you have to do is call 516-9221. You're already eating lunch, aren't you, Robin?
I can't wait for you to finish this show.
Fred Norris Band, headquarters Hastings-on-Hudson. Postponed until August 27th. What happened there, Fred?
The drummer pulled up with a bad back.
You can't get another drummer?
Nah, not for that.
Wouldn't be the same.
Wouldn't be the same.
Don't miss Boy Gary and the Gary Annette at Film and Music on Route 46 East in Little Falls, New Jersey on Saturday, August 20th from 3 to 5 p.m. demonstrating Sony's mini disc and giving away prizes. Call 201-256-1122. Don't miss Stuttering John's band promoting his great new CD on the Conan O'Brien Show. That's tonight.
Okay, tonight, that's right.
I'll have to tune in, and John's band will be appearing at the Birch Hill on Route 9 in Old Bridge, New Jersey tomorrow night, August 13th. And if you're planning a wedding or summer party and you need a great DJ, why not call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment in the New York tri-state area? Call 718-BAG-5040. Remember what Scott always says?
Music of the way. I should play it, but I'm too busy smoking cigarettes.
All right. And I'm going to play you some music out of here, Robin. I'm going to play you Ave Maria. Should I play that?
Why not?
Maybe people aren't into it. I just got touched by it.
Play Santana then. You don't get to do that.
I never got touched by that. What is this? Oh, this is a who?
Pete Townsend.
Rough Boys, that one?
Yeah.
Townshend.
The Rough Boys. Want to hear Ave Maria?
Sure.
Not
by you.
No, I was going to do it.
Oh, I thought you meant Aaron Neville.
No. I want to hear that again. I don't like. Is this opera?
I don't even know if he knows what he's singing. It's Latin.
Oh, good. Write it on my arm for my tattoo. What's it mean? Who cares? Just put it on there.
I don't think anybody's translating.
Meanwhile, at this rate, I'm never going to get my tattoo.
What was that mass you were talking about this week? That's from that, I'm sure.
Is it?
no tears. There you go.
There you go.
Put the song back on. I'll cry. I was just about there.
Gotta think about your mother
Stupid
dying.
bastard ended too early.
See, what are you
I was thinking about my father being dead.
Yeah, that's
Really?
what I did.
But that hasn't happened. That's why it didn't work.
I was trying. Yeah, I got to think of someone. Who do I don't love anybody.
No. You got to think. I hate to bring this up, so I'm whispering it because I'm not getting into trouble.
Go ahead. Oh. Yeah, but I already got...
You got over it already?
I'm over that.
Because I know you cried about it once, listening to a Sting song.
Yeah, but I got 3 healthy kids.
And you're tired of them.
Yeah. No, I'm not tired of them. It's just that, like, I like them, so who cares about the ones I lost?
Right, okay.
Yeah. I know.
Sam, wouldn't make you cry?
No. I think about Tom Chisano.
That'll make anybody cry.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not Tom dying, it's Tom living.
I'll think about John's album sales. Or Grillo's hair.
Think about having to keep John with you the rest of your life.
All right, get the song up. Let me cue that up. Let me see if I can cry during. I think I could actually. I got to practice that. Maybe I'll have to cry in my movie.
You don't know.
I'm going to pull nose hairs out. I'm going to really go for it. Could you make yourself cry?
I might be able to. I don't know.
I got to think of something really sad.
Because I'm not good, I can cry on a dime. It's just getting the right motivation.
I'm so damn selfish that...
All
really...
you think about is yourself.
Yeah.
Never waste any emotion on anybody else.
Even if all the people in this room died, I wouldn't be sad.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Sorry, Robin. I'm just heartless.
You know what?
How about... You know what I'll think about?
You know what? That's what makes me stay alive. I'm never going to die before you.
No, I'll cry at your funeral. I'm going to think about Judith Regan's private parts going to waste. Right, ready? Here we go.
That's a shame.
How about
What?
I bet I can cry before.
Yeah.
You think you can
you
cry?
can cry?
Yeah.
All right, let me work on it.
Everybody try to cry now.
All right, Robin, you're the judge. But you got to see real tears.
Yeah, none of this fake stuff. Why are you hiding your eyes?
No, I'm making room for them. I'm revealing them to you.
Look at John getting ready.
Hey, man, don't cheat.
All right.
What is this?
Probably the end of the song.
It's going to make me throw up, not cry. Wait.
He doesn't even know how to start crying.
I would love to.
Do it. I almost was there a couple of times. I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, but you got real good stuff to think about.
Jackie should do it real easy.
Oh, man.
That's what I was going to think about.
Jackie, all he's going to think about is his career. Everyone's past me.
My 70th tape.
All right. You know what? Let's save this for Monday, okay?
Yeah, let's try crying on Monday.
I'll practice over the weekend. All right, can we just do commercials? Or?
Yes.
No, okay, good.
Didn't make it cry.
All right, let's just get out of here.
Yeah, you ought to think
Right,
about
goodbye.
all those commercials.
Yeah, I have to read on Monday. All right, goodbye.